Guys, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? And guys, it's President's Day. What? Yeah, I think that's the holiday it is today. I don't even know, right? Yeah, today. Yeah, it's President's Day and it's Valentine's Day today, guys. I mean, on Saturday. So I think that we're gonna combine the topics, guys, and talk about one of the worst relationships for humanity, and that's modern women marrying the government, right? Right, guys? That is one of the worst things that could have possibly happened to the West, is the creation of the welfare state. And these women fell for this hook, line, and sinker. Absolutely insane. All these chicks out here thinking that they're strong and independent, right?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to
ignore. And all it is our tax dollars. And guys, first it happened to us blacks, and because we're always the canary in the coal mine. And guys, what happens to us happens to you white dudes next, And now look at the white. Look at how cooked you guys are becoming. Absolutely insane, right? So, guys, hold on. Keyshawn's here. He says modern women marry the government. Facts. He says these 304s are cooked. Yeah, Jules, how you doing, man? Jules says the daddies better step up to the plate and take care of their own babies. That's not the case if all these chicks are all having bastard kids by the same losers. There's a small percentage of irresponsible men that are having like multiple kids with multiple women, right? They're all having all the chicks choose to have sex with this
pull
guy.
Out game, mate. Pull out game, mate. I just don't pull out, bitch. For you motherfuckers that want to know, I don't pull out. It ain't weak, motherfucker. I don't pull out.
You know what I'm saying? How about women stop sleeping with that guy? How about you marry before you carry? Guys, women are so stupid. Women can die in childbirth. Think about how insane it is, guys. Guys, women can die in childbirth, and you're gonna risk your life having a kid for an irresponsible man? Why? Guys, there are women who are pregnant who go in to have kids and they don't come out. They pass away. And guys, the maternal mortality rate's going up in the West. There's more women because they're waiting too long to have kids. Women are overweight, and there's all these other things that are making it more risky to have kids. So, guys, if a woman gets pregnant by a guy, lets him sleep with her unprotected, she needs to understand she's risking her life for that guy. Why would you be so stupid? And Jules, why did you have kids with a jerk? Why did you have kids by a guy who is not responsible? Why? And Jules, I don't know you, but my sister did the same thing. My older sister had my nephew by a guy who she knew wasn't worth a damn. She knew it. She knew for a fact. He was a bum. He was a loser. He was a moron. He's nug. And she still decided to have unprotected sex with this guy. And now my nephew's 20 now, and she's still, I can't believe he's irresponsible. He was irresponsible when he first met the guy. It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. And guys, please, guys, no caps, please. Raise your eye. How you doing, man? It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Right? Good to see you. Tenacity's here. John's here. Snowboard's here. Let me see. Rebecca's here. Hey, Rebecca, that thank you for being a friend. That's the intro to Golden Girls. Just Google search the intro song to Golden Girls. Let me see, guys. I'll drop the link here in a little bit. Jeremy, how you doing? Right, Julia, how you doing? Wow, we have the whole Breakfast Club here, guys. Happy Monday, happy President's Day. This was one of the biggest goofs in the history of the world, is letting these women marry the government, right? MS Best, how you doing? Whiteout's here, Anthony's here. So, guys, here, I'm gonna drop the link in a second, guys, but let's check this out first, right? Because, guys, France is one of the biggest welfare states there is.
They're leaving.
They're cooked. Okay, guys, France is so cooked. I'm gonna hold on, guys. What happened? That's weird. Here we go. So we'll watch this first, guys, and then I'll drop the link. So let's see. So, guys, after World War II, France made a really, really like crazy welfare state, right? They basically made it so, healthcare is free, college is free, everything is free, but it's based on income tax. Okay, now that was fine and dandy, in the post-war boom, right? Because all the West, other than England, had a big post-war boom. So the 50s, 60s, but then what happened in the 70s? There was this little thing called the gas crisis. And a whole bunch of people in France lost their jobs. Now, guys, the thing about it is they have really, really, really good unemployment too. So, guys, it got to the point to where there was so many people not working who were being paid for that the taxes, like, in order to sustain what they had to start doing property. Pulling out a property tax and other taxes. But every time that a prime minister would try to change that, they would get voted out of office. Because in France, it's really, really, really easy to vote the prime minister. Korg, I'll drop the link in a little bit. I just said that I'll drop the link in a little bit because I want to rant about this for a second. Guys, it's really easy to vote the prime minister out in France. So anytime in the last 60 years that a prime minister said, hey, guys, let's try and do and pull the money for the welfare state out of property tax, out of sales tax, out of corporate tax, they kick him out of office. So, guys, in the 70s, there was such a large amount of people not working that France couldn't afford its own welfare state. So, guys, what did they start doing? They started going into debt. France is cooked right now. This is why I'm against a welfare state. Is yes, France is an extreme example. But if these AOCs and these Ilhan Omars and these Kamala Harrises get their way, we're going to end up here too, guys. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Cork, thanks for handing out a membership. I appreciate that. So, guys, we'll get through this, and then I'll drop the link here in a second in Discord first, and then we'll drop the link for everyone else. Guys, if you want to join the Discord, guys, hit me up via email. Unfortunately, I had to close the Discord because it used to be open. Then we started getting trolls and people spamming stuff. So, guys, hit me up via email. It's ajrant@gmail.com. So,
The wealthy, the best and the brightest.
look.
They're leaving. The wealthy, the best and the brightest. They're saying goodbye to a France they believe doesn't want them to succeed or become wealthy. According to one poll, half of all young adults in France would leave the country if they could.
Half.
Because the future looks so bleak. It's pretty tough to be...
Oh yeah, guys, here. Guys, I want I haven't looked into the Discord thing yet, the ID thing. Guys, I have to look into that, but if we have to move to a different type of server type thing, Discord, we can. I'll look into it more with the whole ID thing. I haven't looked into it. I haven't heard much. If someone wants to drop that in the Discord, like explain the whole thing, that would be nice because I haven't really heard it yet. So
successful in a nation where the president says he doesn't like rich people.
Yeah.
And where the taxes keep going higher and higher.
Look at that.
And so the wealthy have hit the exits, and more business people are saying they've had enough.
The French have had it.
French journalist Anne-Elisabeth Moutet created a sensation in France with her story in the London Telegraph about those who are leaving France.
Look at that.
It's the rich, it's the entrepreneurs, and it's the young who say, if I can, I will leave. If I speak a foreign language, I will leave. If I can go and create something somewhere else, I will leave.
Moutet drew a lot of fire from the French establishment and media, so much fire that the attacks on her became a story itself.
Could it be because these the people who want the taxes on the rich and the taxes on the young and successful, they take that tax money and they embezzle it and use it for their own nefarious purposes? Gee, right? They want to keep that money coming. Guys, what an absolute joke, right? Guys, I did drop the link in the Discord first, guys, and then maybe about 35, 45 minutes, I'll drop the link here. Guys, it's an absolute joke. It's a joke. Why would all these non-profits and NGOs and politicians who make all this money and skim this money off the top, why would they want this to stop? And guys, the French welfare state is not sustainable. It's not. It is not. You could even say that they could stem the tide once again by taking the money, by being like Norway or Denmark, where they tax oil. I mean, they tax energy. They tax corporations. They tax property. But it's only income tax. So you're cooked. And guys, there's no reason for French people to actually work. They get paid more money to stay home. So basically, the 60, 70% of people who are working are being punished. And the more money that you make, the more punishment you get. They were talking about taxing the rich at 75% in France. 75%. Why? In the same way, Cora, do you remember we talked about that one thing where these idiots in England, they were saying that if Korg lives in London and then he has a business in Singapore that has nothing to do with England, he has to pay UK income tax or corporate tax for his business in Singapore? Why? These idiots just don't understand basic economics, just like Zoran the moron. It makes no sense. Mondami is going to raise the taxes to try and get all these rich people's taxes. But here's the gag, guys. This is what the UK is finding out. This is what France is finding out. This is what New York is. People who make hundreds of thousands, millions, and billions are mobile now. They can just move to Florida. They can move to Texas. They can move to Arizona. And you don't think that if Korg was mayor of Dallas, if he was mayor of Beaumont, Texas, or something, he'd be like, hey, me, here. We're gonna make a plan to get all you rich people down here to our cities, our town.
They're already doing it.
What is it? They say that in
Texas is picking up all
Yeah.
kinds of businesses.
instead of Wall Street, Dallas has
Yeah.
y'all Street.
Yeah, but
Y'all Street.
guys,
here, everyone in the chat, sum up Zoran the moron in one sentence, guys. No swearing and no slurs, please. You know what I'm saying? What are we saying, Court?
So the United States gets its pound of flesh as well. So
Yeah.
these people who retire outside of the United States, they still have to file an income tax return. You know, if they go, Thailand, Belize,
Yeah.
Italy, anything like that. So every government is hell bent on getting its pound of flesh. But the problem or the challenge is sooner or later you're running out of flesh.
Yeah.
For one of your examples, I grew up in Northern Illinois, and in the late 80s, early 90s, Wisconsin was very well known for its generous welfare benefits. And there were, interstate refugees were fleeing to Wisconsin to go live off the government tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that did a number to the Wisconsin economic system.
Yeah. Yep. And plus, guys, and this is just the French people. I'm not even bringing up the migrants that are coming into France.
And
Parts
that's what's
of-
draining all the resources in Europe in all these generous welfare states.
Exactly.
Well, the people who disagree with me think that I'm a traitor. They say, you could say this in France, but you can't say this abroad.
France still suffers from a toxic Marxist heritage. The French left hates what it calls Anglo-Saxon capitalism.
Look at that. That's the French for you. Anglo-Saxon capitalism. What are you talking? Guys, France is so cooked. They're so cooked.
By a welfare state that is an addiction that it can no longer afford.
Yeah.
A welfare state that is killing jobs and economic opportunity. Paris economist Jacob Arfaitson.
The entrepreneurial young people of France, they are heading elsewhere. They're going to London, they're going to Asia, they're going to the United States.
Well, they're not going to New York anymore. Nope, they're going to Miami. They're going to Dallas. They're going to Albuquerque. They're going to Houston. They're going to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So
because they want to actually achieve something which is not immediately taken away by a state that says, you have, therefore I take it.
This video produced by the Canadian government shows a French expatriate explaining how easy it is to make a new life in French-speaking Quebec. The most recent statistics available show that 26,000 French families left in 2010 and 35,000 in 2011. London is now called the 6th largest French city. French tax lawyer Jean-Philippe Del Sol has heard
guys,
so many.
This was in 2014. Look at that. Oh, here you go, guys. This is watch.
Time and looking at the history of La Sécurité Sociale.
The idea has been around for a while. In the Middle Ages, certain professionals wanted to cover themselves, so they set up limited protection. Farmers were given pensions in 1952. In 1966, 21 years after de Gaulle's decree, health coverage finally became a reality for all French citizens.
Let's get ahead, guys. There's a thing where it was talking about the tax rates. But yeah, so guys, France can't afford this. Because France attacks 75% of millionaires' salaries. Guys, they're cooked. Here you go.
Hi, Kate. Starting out with a weak trade report in China.
Yeah, China's trade surplus in December came in at around $25.5 billion. Analysts had been expecting it to be closer to $31 billion. Exports from the world's second largest economy rose just 4.3% and wean the economy off of interest bears in Shanghai, closing at a 5-month low. Japan's Nikkei around the world at the end of the year.
We're going to head to France. That's a country well known for its generous welfare state, but there are movements emerging demanding the right to pull out of it.
Yeah, those movements of people who are already pulling out of the French welfare system are made up mostly of self-employed people and entrepreneurs. They argue that paying into France's welfare pot is simply too expensive, and then they get better deals from private insurance.
Because guys, when they put this system in place, like 90 something odd percent, 94% of the country was employed, right? So there was a surplus. They were making so much money because there's so many people paying in. But once that gas crisis happened in what, 74, 75, Cord? Yeah, it was like 75. They've never recovered. I think that they hit 12, 13% unemployment for like a couple of years, and that big deficit, they've never been able to recover, so they keep taking out loans to pay the system. And France is getting more and more in debt. It's crazy.
They don't seem too worried about the fact that it's technically illegal. Joe Tandy explains.
What?
She's a self-employed doctor and one of the newest members of the group calling themselves the Libérés, which means free. Paying into France's public healthcare and pension systems is just too costly, she says. Choosing a private insurer in the UK has allowed her to bring down her bills.
It reduces my social charges by 90%.
Damn!
That's huge. This is because the insurance premiums depend on my risks, not on my total earnings.
No official statistics exist for the number of people who've left France's welfare system, but online a host of websites offer advice on how to take the plunge. For a year now, this IT consultant hasn't paid any social charges. He says he saved some 25,000 euros.
Damn!
But there's a catch. In France, dropping out of the welfare system is illegal.
Look at that!
Like many of the Libérés, this man's in the midst of a drawn-out legal battle with state authorities. Still, he says he's not backing down.
In the same way that I'm free to choose my own car insurance or home insurance, I should be free to choose the most important kind of insurance, my health insurance.
I mean, guys, I never thought that I'd agree with a Frenchman. All right, guys, how bad are things if the French are the voice of reason? Look at that.
Many of the Libérés group have sought counsel from retired dentist Claude Reichmann. He dropped out of the welfare system 2 decades ago and describes himself as the leader of an ideological struggle for freedom.
Just leave. Leave. Guys, in the chat, let me know if you agree. The best thing to do is get the hell out. And that's what they're doing. Guys, the young people, and these are, not young like 20s. These are people in their late 30s, 40s who might have just got their business going, might have just become IT guys, might have been, been partner at a firm, whatever. They have skills. I hate to say this, but moved to Canada. Cork, that's how bad things are good for them. I'm saying to move to freaking Canada.
Yeah, and they got their issues up there.
Whoa, who said that? That was not me.
I think you're ODing on 50% off Valentine candy.
Corey, do you see? They're hostages. They're hostages. They have to pay into this BS. They have to.
Oh, I know
it's illegal if they stop paying into this crap that doesn't work. And this is just healthcare.
Convinced that the social security system is a very bad thing for France because it's destroying our economy and people's mindsets.
Reichmann argues leaving the social security system is today allowed, yet the statute books leave little room for doubt. In both French and European law, abandoning the welfare state is strictly forbidden.
Okay, Kate, time for a look at some of the other business stories around today, starting with the latest episode in that long-running patent dispute.
Guys, here we go. So, guys, we all know when the welfare state started in the United States, right? That was with LBJ, right?
Yep.
He's the one
he
who
wanted guns and butter.
On this mess. Say again?
He wanted guns and butter. We can pay.
Yeah.
He was adamant we can pay for both. And what that means to all you young kids is we could pay for the Vietnam War that we got sucked into, through our own stupidity, and then we were also going to pay for expand this welfare state. That there was just a tiny bit of it left over from the New Deal, but by God, we were going to expand it.
Yeah, but remember, guys, the Vietnam War is all France's fault. You know what I'm saying? It is.
Yeah.
It is. You remember that they said to the Vietnamese and all of French Indochina that if you help us fight the Japanese, we'll give you statehood and independence. But then what happened? After World War II ended, they reneged on the deal. So then, Ho Chi Minh came, organized them, and then France went to war with the VC and got their cheeks clapped because they're French, obviously, and then called the United States, "Oh, please help us, please!"
Right.
And
we were
over there.
The United States was pulled in, and I'm using air quotes here, as military advisors, and then the French said, "Oh, sacre bleu," and they did an exit stage left.
Yep, that's true. But if the French had to let the Vietnamese even give them give them their own state and then still be involved in their affairs, there could have been a way to have that kind of happy medium where they were glee. Yes, it is all France's fault. It is all France's fault. Because here's the thing. The reason why, if you actually read Ho Chi Minh's writing, he went to Russia and communism was to arm himself against the French. They wouldn't have had to do that if the French gave them their statehood. People can't say that they would have automatically have been communists or any of this stuff. They were looking for Vietnamese sovereignty. That's it.
So I'm going to argue something here, and I've done this with a number of people. The United States practiced this theory of détente. So for every country that popped up under a communist regime, by God, we were going to freedom the hell out of somebody else.
Yep.
And my response to that is, so what? If somebody wants to convert to a communist form of government, let them.
Yeah.
Because we know what its history and how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
Because the biggest argument you throw to these leftists is, everybody says that communists work. The right people just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And then, maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't have resulted in the killing fields in Vietnam. We'll never know.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, the United States does not have a very good track record of combating stuff like that.
That's true.
And just like our track record down in South America.
Yeah. Yeah. So guys, so LBJ did the Great Society, right? And guys, all of this, everything listed here, K through 12, okay, fine. But all the rest of this, Job Corps, was one of the biggest mistakes in modern history. And what people don't get is anytime you allocate large amounts of federal funds, someone's getting rich off it, and it ain't us, guys. It's not the common working man. There's all these NGOs, snowboards, favorite topic, right? These NGOs, nonprofits, there's corporations that already have contracts that are getting all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? All these
money laundering,
corporatists, politicians, all these idiots, you know what I'm saying, are getting rich off of this. Where it's just
remember what I said last night that Milton Friedman said, government is the cause of inflation. So I think there's a high probability, if you scroll back up there, because Medicaid and Medicare are pretty important programs, but yet I'll give you an example. So I was born in 1969, and my parents told me that, because I was the last of 5 kids, and my parents told me that the bookkeeper of the hospital came down and said, all right, well, how are you going to pay for this kid? And they said, we'll just have to go on a payment plan. And that's what they did.
Yeah.
And there used to be a time you could go to the doctor and, geez, it did not cost you a kidney and a right foot to go to the doctor.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a mess, guys. It really is.
Education is a mess.
Encourages people to not even go to a doctor.
Yeah.
It just
Well,
is
yeah,
like,
but it's,
well,
it's
I don't want to get
Oh,
ripped
guys,
off.
hey, whoa, guys, stop and take a second. Hit the like button, guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes. Record time, guys. We have 200 people here, guys. Stop, take a second. I think the record's 44 minutes, guys. So let's try and break the record.
Yep.
Record for 100 likes.
So
Corey,
if
you
you go
were saying
back, so if you go back, I think it was Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis said that the states are laboratories for democracy. And that's why the federal government needs to step back, because there was an old saying of the federal government's job is to defend my shores, deliver my mail, and stay the hell out of my business. And the states need to compete amongst each other.
Yeah.
And so if you go back up, the states should be accountable for what kind of welfare programs they want to instill, what kinds of education they want to instill.
Yeah.
Because I can remember when Jimmy Carter created the Department of Education, and from that point on, education in this country went downhill.
Well, here's the thing. Look, this last paragraph, the Great Society represents a massive infusion of federal tax dollars into social services, mark a significant lasting increase in the government's role in the daily lives of Americans. There it is, guys.
Correct.
A lasting increase in the government's role in the daily lives of Americans.
And what did Ronald Reagan say was the most What did Ronald Reagan say was the most terrifying sentence you can ever hear?
What's that?
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Facts, yeah. Now, guys, once again, I do believe that there should be some programs, and I'll tell you for who, right? I believe that there's, children, we need to cut these programs a lot, okay? But there's no reason why children should go hungry in the United States, okay? No reason. Veterans should be taken care of. I don't care. It's a travesty how horribly that veterans are treated in the United States. That's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Disabled and the elderly, all right? If we could take all these resources, cut them, and then make them very specific for those groups, it would be a much better place. And guys, if these single moms can't feed and clothe their kids, either give them to the father or I don't know. But here's the thing, guys. We used to have families. We used to have extended families. That was the actual safety net. Was you had grandparents. Just look at why immigrants from Asia and stuff, guys, they don't usually use a lot of social welfare. Even the Vietnamese and all them who don't make as much money as Koreans. Southeast Asians tend to be on the lower socioeconomic scale, but they don't use social services. Why? Because granddad lives there, right? Takes care of the kids, so they don't need childcare credits. The family works. They make money. They pay bills. That's how it works. The way that our social welfare state works, it gives people a luxury lifestyle. I'll tell you why. A woman being able to live on her own and feed multiple kids in the West is a luxury. That's a luxury lifestyle. Section 8, WIC, food stamps, and Medicaid gives them a luxury lifestyle. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Can you name anywhere else on earth other than the West where a woman can be unmarried and have kids and not only survive, but get to 400 pounds, be some fat trailer trash chick? That sounds like a luxury lifestyle to me, right, guys? Right? You live in a house, you have food. That's luxury. You have healthcare. You can go to the doctor. That doesn't happen in Africa. That doesn't happen in the Middle East. If you're a single mom with 2 kids in Southeast Asia or Africa, and you're cooked. You are cooked. You are cooked. And we know that for the longest time, when society, most other ways to make money was back-breaking labor. Guys, most of the chicks who were single moms, the only way that they were making money.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing. That's the company I work at, Hoeing.
Hey, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. We'll watch the legend here for a second, and then we'll get into some news stories. So, you guys, I'll drop the link here in about 5 minutes. So,
Nicholas Kristof, columnist for the New York Times, got under your skin, and not for the first time.
He's such a legend, isn't he, guys?
Yeah.
Thomas Sowell, guys, he's one of the greatest minds of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really is. Yep. And there's still a bit people who doubt him, who talk about. He's one of the only people that wants to see people do better, people be smarter, and for people to just have a basic understanding of how the world works and make their country better. So
yeah, and that's why it's not popular.
The number one concept that Thomas Sowell discovered and has published in his economics works that pisses people off is he says you can't get something for nothing. There are always trade-offs.
Yeah.
The trade-off could be positive, it could be negative, but there's always a trade-off no matter what you do.
Yep.
And one thing people don't understand is economics is not really the study of money. It's more the study of behavior.
Yep, that's true. Because, guys, once again, you can say, oh, wages have stagnated, blah, 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 but people nowadays are just bad with money. Guys, put a 1 in this chat if you agree with me that somehow, especially with these women, their de facto existence, they expect luxury. People think that a luxury lifestyle is bare minimum. How many times have we heard chicks go, "Oh, I want a vacation internationally once a year. I want a new car. I want this." Like, that's a luxury lifestyle. Growing up, we didn't vacation internationally. We didn't do any of that. My parents had one car until I was maybe like in 5th grade. My parents shared a car. So we bought our first house when I was like 5, but it was like a small house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people used to live. Used to live simple, and people didn't buy new cars. The upper class did, the upper middle class did, but people drove old cars. That's why you saw, like, in the 80s, there were some people who still had the big boats from the early 70s and stuff.
Not only that, your house was under 1,500 square feet, and there were 4 of you in there.
Yep.
Not 2,800 square feet with just 2 of you.
Yep. Yeah. People eat out all the time. They used to be something for like a birthday, for an anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Now people eat out every day. They DoorDash every day. What is going on? Guys, hit the like button, please.
Well, we're programmed to be consumers too. We really are. And now that part of what it is, it's the accumulation of, in everyone's mind, more media, more advertisements. Like, we've seen more advertisements in our lifetime than like 1,000 lifetimes before. So like we're programmed to just consume, and then that luxury lifestyle is where like the consumerism meets wealth. Yes. So they really want money, but they not money. They want to be vapid.
Is where lifestyle meets debt. You mean?
Yes. That's a good way. That's even better way of saying it. I kind of messed up what I was trying to say, but you get it.
Because, guys, put a 1 in this chat if you know multiple women right now who are up to their eyeballs in debt. Yeah. Guys, also that. If you know a woman who has student loan debt, guys, I want you to. Do you know the amount? And can you type it in the chat? Korg, somewhere called. Do you know any chicks that have a lot of debt? How much?
Nope.
Not
Yeah,
really.
I don't really associate with.
We don't really
females with
spend
this,
time
really.
around people.
Well, because of where I work, there's a lot of college educated chicks, PhDs, lawyers. Guys, I know a chick that has $600,000 in student loan debt. I know
What
another
did she
guy.
use the money for?
Well, she was doing her PhD, and she was using the money for rent because she
That's
couldn't.
it.
Yeah, in California. But here's the thing.
That's it.
But guess why she finally moved from California to DC?
Make
Why?
more money.
Well, no. It's because she got married. So some simp, some moron, married her, right? And they're like, we're gonna move, have a better opportunity. But she basically refused to graduate so that she could supplement her income with student loans so that she can stay in Southern California and let some friggin' actors and rappers shoot up the club. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna marry that? Why?
Yeah. And you notice how Orange Man's administration said, we're putting caps on student loans.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all the wokey wokes lost their collective brain cell. I just used one. Their collective brain cell exploded because they've not been using that money for education. Just like your example.
Yeah.
They've been using it for everything but.
Guys, I know two guys that's wives are pharmacists, and they're both it's crazy. They're both in the same debt. Both of their wives, $250,000 in debt, bro. $250,000, both of them. Absolutely. Talk about cooked, right?
Explain that.
Well, in 1960, which would be almost 100 years after the end of slavery, 22% of black kids grew up in homes with only one parent.
Just 22%.
Yes.
4 out of 5 were in homes with both parents.
Yes. 30 years later, after the liberal welfare state, that number had more than tripled.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, let us compare. If we can speculate on how much that 22% was due to the legacy of slavery. But we know that tripling was not due to the legacy of slavery.
And there's this revisionist history of this is the way things have always been. No. Look at how the black community was, how the white community was back 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Even though white trash Appalachian people were together, they were united. You know?
It was due to.
And guys, put a 1 if you agree. If you incentivize anything, people will do it. Guys, we hit 100 likes already. I think it was like 42 minutes, man. We broke the record. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys like the content, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. Hit that super chat button. Hit the join button for a membership, guys. You get early access to all the videos and custom emojis, guys. Put some Bianca emojis in the chat, please. Yeah, guys. And when you talk about what's going on with this whole welfare thing, once again, what's the incentive for these women to actually stop getting housing, to actually stop? Yeah, Clayton says it. You subsidize something, you get more of it. Facts. And that's why the government should actually start subsidizing marriage and staying together, having kids, to actually keep this kind of country going. So,
legacy of a whole.
Guys, this week we will probably look at the Andrew Wilson entrepreneurs in cars debate. I haven't watched it yet, but some of you guys have asked me to look at it, so we'll look at it together.
Different set of policies, and you can look at it so many other ways.
I'll drop the link, guys. We'll have a 5-panel member limit, guys.
Education. Stuyvesant High School in New York, as you know, you get into only by passing a very tough exam. In 2012, the percentage of black students who had gotten into Stuyvesant High School was less than 1/10 of the percentage of black students who had gotten into Stuyvesant High School 33 years earlier.
Look at that.
I didn't know that.
There's Dunbar High School in Washington, which was an elite black high school for a very long time. In 1993, the number of kids out of Dunbar High School who went on to college was less than it was 60 years earlier.
Think about that, guys. And guys, once again, this is happening to you white people too. How many states? Louisiana, Oregon, there's another state. There's no requirements to graduate from high school. So black kids are graduating dumb as a box of rocks. White kids are graduating dumb as a box of rocks, right? Because there's no incentive to actually learn. And these teachers snowboard. Well, snowboard had to step away.
No, I'm back.
Snowboard, will you give us your opinion on these public school teachers, please?
Oh, they're always trash. They're incompetent. They're a diddler at best. That's the best contribution they give, is being a diddler. I mean, not best, but they're terrible. They also have a childlike mind themselves. So they're not actually really like an adult in the classroom. They're like just kind of like a teenager in the classroom. That's one big problem. So they're kind of already on the same level. The other one has just lived a little bit longer and knows how to speak a little bit better, but they barely know how to teach the subject, and they don't care. They don't get paid enough. They're more interested in the social part of it. They're highly incompetent. You meet anyone who's a teacher, they're like
guys, one at a time.
Anyone who's a teacher, they're drunk, they're on drugs, because it's just like they can phone it in a lot.
Yeah,
you know what
or
I mean?
they're trying to train the kids how to protest for freaking Palestine. Like, have you seen that?
Yes,
these teachers were handing out flyers to these people's kids saying, "Hey, look, there's going to be anti-ICE protest," and there's parents who've been pulling their kids out of school saying, "I'm not going to have my kid leave class to friggin' protest ICE, put themselves in a dangerous situation." Why?
Yeah.
Why?
And they're majority women.
Yeah.
Teachers wonder why we're failing. It's majority women operation.
Yeah, and I guarantee you there's a correlation. Guys, we actually looked this up once. You guys remember this? Guys, put a 1 if you remember. We actually looked at the correlation of men leaving teaching, and it showed like it was basically the men leaving was correlate to the test scores going down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Red Door, honey. I took 4 years of Latin, so I feel your pain.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say the class sizes don't help either. When you got 30 unruly little bastards in there, it doesn't do any good for the sanity of the teacher. Manageable class sizes are better.
Yeah.
Because I'll give you a funny example. When I was working on my undergrad, I went to the local junior college to knock out one of my science courses. And this is where I tell a lot of people, one of the reasons why anybody under 25, in my opinion, shouldn't be allowed to vote is because you don't have enough skin in the game.
Yeah.
So there's all of us, quote, old people. Everybody was over 25, but I don't think anybody in that class was 40 yet. And our science teacher also taught a daytime course. And then the daytime course was all the 18 and 19-year-olds. And after our second exam, he looked around the room and he said, "How many of you are work a full-time job?" And every hand but 2 of them went up. And the 2 that went up, they were part-timers, but they were, I want to say, under 21. He said, "That's interesting because you guys are scoring an average of 7 points higher than my daytime class. And my daytime class is all 18 and 19-year-olds, and they don't work." And so he told his daytime class that his nighttime class was outperforming him, and they were all full-time people who worked full-time, and those kids were pissed. But he said they just weren't really putting in the work. They were just there because it was an expectation on mom and dad versus us. You know, he asked us, why are you all taking this class? And everybody was saying, because I'm trying to, you know, get a degree because I'm trying to improve my lot in life.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Which would have been in the depth of the Great Depression. And so you can run through a whole bunch of other things like that. Look at the housing projects. The housing projects in the first half of the 20th century,
one other point,
during that first 100 years.
It is cool to actually cover, like this is a positive Black History Month member. You never hear about Thomas Sowell. Really, he's like one of our greatest minds. You barely hear about him. If you say that word to most people, like in here, there's a lot of people that know about him because you know, we've discussed him and stuff. But like he, you know, he should be more relevant in each culture. But you know, a lot of people don't really listen to this guy because it's too many contradictions for them.
Yeah. Well, you tell a B-dub who Thomas Sowell is, and what are they gonna say?
Yeah. Obviously. But if you tell them that, obviously.
I'm gonna tell your bitch ass.
Exactly.
Come on, dude. Come on, man. You know, but guys, listen. Okay. So women represent a slight majority of SNAP recipients. So they're 54%. Now, guys, I don't know what men that they're saying are on food stamps. Or maybe that would be like, you know, Somali pirate dudes that are.
I would say they would probably be elderly who are impoverished, and probably handicapped.
Yeah,
excuse me, disabled.
Because there are a lot of handicapped older guys. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but guys. This Whole Foods, you guys remember from like October on, people were pissed off about Orange Man's new policies for food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. This is recently.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, this could have some major impacts for sure. Right now,
get it?
Yeah, she's hot.
People across the country rely on SNAP benefits just to put food on the table. And if you remember, at the end of last year, those SNAP recipients already kind of started feeling the impacts after losing access to those benefits during a government shutdown, which ultimately were later restored. Now, President Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, which passed last summer, essentially makes it harder for people to be eligible for SNAP with stricter work requirements. Under that bill, $186 billion in SNAP funding were also cut through the year 2034. So here are the new work requirements now in effect. Anyone between the ages of 18 and 64 must either work, volunteer, or participate in some sort of work or educational training program for at least 80 hours a month.
That's what I'm talking about. Right?
Yeah, so those, hang on one second, those work training programs, whoever's like running that is just going to be stealing their tits off with money.
Of course. Oh, guys,
that's a perfect place to take. That'll be B-dub run. That's when you'll see people in there. Those judges, like we've been seeing, they love that stuff.
Guys, I'm not going to, say what my job was, but I used to work closely with like food stamp and welfare people. You know what I'm saying? Guys, there's so much fraud going on. And there's so much where the mom will have kids just to stay on food stamps. And then once her daughter's old enough, then she'll get pregnant. And then it's like a cycle. It's a generational thing.
Yeah.
You know? And the only reason why they're doing this is because we're paying for it. How many times have you seen these B-dubs having housewarming parties and saying, "Oh, I have my new place. It's Section 8." It's like, what? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like you're acting like you bought a house, but it's Section 8. It doesn't make any sense.
That maximum age for these work requirements was 54. Now, veterans, young adults who grew up in foster care, and people experiencing homelessness are no longer exempt from work requirements like they used to be. And people in the U.S. under asylum and refugee laws are no longer eligible for SNAP benefits at all. Now, there are exemptions, though, and that includes people living with disabilities, people who are pregnant, or if you have a child at home under the age of 14, which used to be 18 under those previous rules. Now, if you are exempt, you are encouraged to fill out and submit a form as soon as possible through the State Department of Human Services website. Now, we did chat with a local food bank recently about these new changes to SNAP and the widespread impacts those changes could have.
What a joke.
We are bracing ourselves for yet another hunger crisis. I mean, you're correct. You know, during the recent government shutdown.
Guys, yes or no? To a lot of these dunderheaded morons who use food stamps cards, you know, these 500-pound B-dubs, these 600-pound moo-moo wearing trailer trash chicks, guys, do they look like they're in a hunger crisis?
No, of course not.
You know what I mean? Isn't it crazy, guys, that we live in a country that's so privileged that the poor are fat? How insane is that? Poor people are the largest people there are. 400, 500 pounds, 600 pounds, 700 pounds. Come on, man.
Well, you know, also benefits from like all this too is all the manufacturers of the junk food, because that's a lot of what they buy. Partly because they want to buy it, but partly because they're like, oh, well, we can just get Nabisco and like 3 other companies in here, and we give you all the Oreo. We'll give you all the Oreos and crap that you want. It's never really like good, healthy food. Some of, within reason. So I'm saying like they get addicted to those foods, so they like must have it. And it like they're addicted to the sugar and all this chemicals in the food, and like that is a thing that we could do a lot better. And I think it would if we made that's what RFK is supposed to do. He's a Kennedy, so he kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it, guys, is like,
I'm just saying it is a factor.
Yeah, but
we should be cleaning it up.
Yeah, but you have a lot of like immigrants, so you go to like these black neighborhoods where it's a food desert, and you see like the Nigerians and the Jamaicans, they're all skinny. Why? Because they eat their native foods, right?
Yeah.
They go to the African market or the Jamaican market, buy their own stuff, and cook their own food.
Yeah.
Right? And guys, once again, one of the reasons why I'm talking about this, guys, is there's men who are out in the woods starving to death, freezing to death, right? And no one cares. These social programs only get discussed because women are out there now. Because of feminism, they open themselves up to all the worst social, economic, and financial outcomes as us men. And now they're whining and complaining and expecting us men to friggin' bail them out, swoop in, and pay their bills.
Here I come to save the day.
Clown world.
Well put. Gold jewelry and grills equal instant denial. But that's true. Yeah, that's a great
How
way
many
of
homeless
looking at
men
it.
starve for lack of help? Facts,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
That's a good
I
point.
appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. Thanks, man.
No, you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the scene.
Happens, and the hunger and hardship that was unleashed on this city and on this country, when you take away access to SNAP, it's a critical lifeline for many 2 million people actually in the state of Illinois, and we estimate that around 200,000 SNAP participants will be affected by these work requirements and will not be able to show that they have an exemption and are at risk of losing their benefits starting May the 1st.
Yeah, so just to reiterate here, people who don't meet these new requirements will only be eligible for benefits for 3 months every 3 years. And the date here to watch is May 1st, as they could lose access to those benefits starting on that day.
Good.
Now, the state does have a free tool that you can use to find out whether you are exempt or to find out whether you even meet these new work requirements. They do have that up on their website right now under the AID portal. Guys, back to you.
Say thank you. I think it's about 450,000 people
could be impacted.
So that, guys, there was one clip that I should have saved, and this chick, she was like, I don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. It was of a British chick. And he's like, you're on benefits, meaning like you're on welfare. If you got your stuff going, why are you on welfare? And she just couldn't like get past that, you know? Here we go.
February begins with new work requirements for millions of people receiving SNAP benefits.
Good.
Here in California, the federal food assistance program is called CalFresh. It's distributed in EBT cards. NBC7's MG Perez has more on who now has to work at least 80 hours a month to keep their benefits.
I need to find some tahini sauce. Maybe she knows where it's at.
Dante Vargas needs help getting around these days. He's in a wheelchair because of health problems that required partial foot amputations. He buys groceries here at the Food Bowl Market in South Park. Tonight, he wants to make some of his homemade hummus.
It's just chickpeas, tahini, and garlic, and blend it up.
This market serves many people who depend on CalFresh. Federal benefits applied on their EBT card to put food on the table. As of Sunday, the requirements to receive SNAP benefits have changed for people ages 18 to 65. Dante is 63, but disabled, which hurt financially as well as physically.
See, now, guys, he's different because he's disabled, right?
He's the one I don't mind my tax
Yes.
dollars helping.
Yes. Now, guys, the issue is that there's so many of these dunderheaded single moms, right, that are just living off of everything. It's ruining it for him.
It was
and some nug-nugs, too.
Yeah.
$91, almost $300, but they took it down since they gave me a little bit more cash because of my disability. They took it down to $24.
As he deals with that setback, other able-bodied people without dependents getting federal food help must now work, volunteer.
Now, why are you able-bodied without dependents getting food help? Did just see how casually he said that, how nonchalantly they just said that? Why are you able-bodied without dependents and you're getting any type of federal help? They just kind of just stuck that in there. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I didn't even notice that.
Participate in a training program of some kind, at
show.
least 80 hours a month, or face losing their benefits. Kathy Bettis has been a cashier at the Food Bowl.
Guys, this is another reason why I'm against the minimum wage too. Korg, Snowboard, Colin, everyone in the chat, how do you guys feel about the minimum wage?
Shouldn't exist at all.
Yeah, I don't think it should exist either. Yeah.
Guys, minimum wage is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Because guys, here's the thing. Do you guys know how many more jobs, like easy to get jobs, that there would be if there was no minimum wage? Let's just say that you got fired and you needed a job tomorrow, right? Any income, any. The restaurants, they would have these jobs. Like, yeah, you guys remember restaurants you would see in like the Humphrey Bogart movies and all? They have the little towel guy who would go around and like give you like a hot towel to wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Yeah. That guy makes like $2 an hour plus tips. Bathroom attendants, they make like, $2 an hour plus tips, whatever. All those were jobs that were eliminated by the minimum wage. And there was a lot of young men who could get those jobs and get work experience, move up in the restaurant, move up in the office. They would like work in the office. They would start in the mailroom, or they would start as like some type of low skill job at a very, like a law firm or a business place or a restaurant, and then work their way up. You work at a hospital doing some low thing, and then you you go to the kitchen, and then you go to the maintenance thing, and then they pay for you to get more training, and next thing you know, you're an electrician. You know what I'm saying? It made
the main purpose of these low skilled jobs used to be that you could show somebody, hey, I can show up for work and I've got a sense of discipline.
Yes. Yes. Colin, you were a mechanic. Think about all the jobs that mechanic shops they used to have back in the day for 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old guys that just graduated from high school that weren't mechanics. They weren't trained, but they could work in the shop. You know what I'm saying? Learn where things are. Get paid like $1.50 an hour, $2 an hour back in the day, which was a good wage. You know?
Yeah.
That they had minimum wage, all of a sudden you're paying people who have no skills. What is hold on, guys? What is the minimum wage right now? What is
my state? It's like $7.25.
Yeah, I thought it was $7. There's a federal minimum wage and then there's state minimum wage.
Yeah,
I think the minimum wage in Seattle is like $75 an hour.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
So they want it to be that high. I mean,
guys,
Jesus.
Guess what? Okay, guess the states that have the highest minimum wage, guys.
California, Washington.
Okay, well, here, the first one's not a state. How about that?
DC.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Okay. So yeah,
Hawaii's a state, you beanpole.
I know.
Dude, you need to lay off the Tylenol.
Snowboard's up too close to those transformers on the power lines when he's climbing those trees.
Are you sure it's those transformers and not the Guys, I came up. Hey AJ, I came up with a nug name for snowboard.
What's that?
Well, first I was going to call him Snow Nug, and then I was thinking Tree Nug, but I think most appropriate for him is Tyler Nug.
Look, so DC is $17.95 an hour, and guys, they're trying to raise it up to like $25, $26 an hour in the next 5 years. They're
right, and so that's falling under oh no, I take that back. Never mind, because that's the District of Columbia. So I was thinking that fell under the federal guidelines, but it's so damn expensive there.
Yeah, DC, Washington State $17.13 an hour. California $16.99.
Connecticut makes sense.
Connecticut, New York, guys. But here's the issue, and I remember that they were trying to say that they're trying to pay service workers in DC $25 an hour. Now, guys, what's the problem with that is an average EMT starts out at like $25, $26 an hour. Why would anyone become an EMT when they could just work at McDonald's and make the same wage? Why would you do the training necessary to get that job making that much money if now every single time Dick and Idiot makes that much money? Now they're going to have a shortage of EMTs and anyone else that's in that earning bracket. This is so stupid, guys.
And remember what I said, government causes inflation, and that's not from me. That's from economist Milton Friedman.
Yeah.
When the government is mandating these minimum wages, that's what's causing inflation, and that's what's causing this vicious cycle of prices to increase.
Yep. Someone has to
I know
pay
snowboard's too young to remember this, but AJ, you will probably remember when you could go to McDonald's with $5 and eat. I mean, just stuff yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, I still remember the 2 cheeseburgers for $1, man.
Yes. Remember they had was it 27-cent hamburger day and like 37-cent cheeseburger day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you could get a milkshake for, I think it was 85 cents.
Yeah. Guys, put a 1 in this chat if you remember back when gas was less than $1 a gallon. When I started driving,
74 cents a gallon when I got my driver's license in 1986.
When I started driving in 95, 96. Gas was 89 or like 92 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I remember people used to say that if you had $1 in your pocket, you can choose buy a gallon of milk or buy a gallon of gas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So those days are long gone.
Yeah, we are cooked.
Customers struggle when their EBT card is declined, or they just don't have enough money to feed their family.
Before it was like more, they buy more stuff. Now it's like more, it's less. They thinking.
But here's the thing about this Kathy Perez chick. I don't know where she's from. Oh, hopefully she's legal. She probably is, but she's probably married. You know, she has like, you know, her kids live at the house. Probably her mom and dad. They all stay at the same house, and they all combine incomes, and they're living just fine. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of immigrants do. I remember people used to make, oh, Mexicans have like 17 people living in the same house. Their rent's paid. Their bills are paid. They're saving money, right? What's wrong with that?
If you're lucky and they're having a little festival at the house, they'll invite you over and
Yeah.
you're going to eat like a king.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to buy this because it's more expensive. I want to buy this.
There's some people that are over there using it in the wrong way. And there's bad apples in the bushels, you know, and everywhere, you know.
The new job requirements are supported strongly by the Trump administration, which has made it clear it wants to cut down on fraud. But the USDA has something to say too. On its website, the agency that implements the food benefits program says the changes, quotes, show the importance of work and responsibility.
Check this out.
So you can plan accordingly. We've all been there. New changes are coming for some people who receive SNAP food benefits. These, of course, are the monthly funds.
Jessamine Woke on this story, visiting a welfare office where she spoke with people that were a bit worried about what these changes could mean for them.
The Nevada Department of Human Services estimates around 44,000 Nevadans could lose their SNAP benefits. I spoke with some people who receive food benefits, and they tell me they're
She's built funny.
Yeah, she is.
That's a strange build.
anxious about the future.
I really need the help right now.
A sensitive situation for some like this woman who did not want to be identified.
Oh yeah, you have this whatchamacallit. This is like what guys? Anyone who would know this? Any woman that's in the chat? What kind of purse is this? This is a nice purse. She's at the food stamp office.
She tells me she's self-employed, but still depends on SNAP for extra support. Hearing thousands may no longer qualify left her with mixed emotions.
Anxiety, a little sadness.
I don't see a wedding finger.
Yeah.
I mean, a wedding ring.
Why
But I do
nobody
see painted
warned me?
nails.
SNAP recipient Ollie Harvey had a similar response.
I'm lost for words.
Republicans say it's meant to push people into the workforce,
Good.
saying people who can work should work. Harvey has relied on SNAP for the past 2 years.
Hope and pray. That's all we can do. Hope and pray.
And it's not just
Look at that.
families that are trying to get a free food.
We caught Andrea Orozco as she was applying for food assistance. She tells me she lives with her adult son who already receives SNAP benefits.
We're struggling each week just to cover the rent. And really, even though we go to the food banks weekly, it's still not enough.
The 20
Oh, please, guys, come on. Come on, guys. Are you serious? Are you serious? It's not enough, huh?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on. Come on. What a joke. What a joke.
But this is kind of what my point is. It's not, they're not eating the food that they should be eating even a little bit. That's why it's not filling them up. They're not full. They're not like nourished. That's why if they're eating like fake food, which is like a lot of what they eat, then they're just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And
Yeah, it
doing
doesn't help that this idiot doesn't walk. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
guys,
She's probably faking it. She's probably faking it, if anything.
This.
The Franklin man accused of defrauding the food share program.
Damn, she's
get it. Hot. Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Look at that.
A pair of titties make you want to stand up and beg for buttermilk.
Program at a Milwaukee corner store that he owned.
Yeah, the federal charges follow a years-long investigation. 12 News' Nick Bohr live at 27th and Atkinson tonight. Nick, that store was the one where investigators executed search warrants.
Right, Derek. Neighbors here telling me that they saw agents pulling evidence out of here more than a year ago. That investigation now finally yielding charges. The store owner accused of defrauding a state program intended to feed hungry families.
In Milwaukee, you don't say.
The Hot Spot was a popular corner grocery and liquor store for decades in the Garden Homes neighborhood.
I'm sure it was. CC Motion, how you doing, man? David, how you doing, man? Good. It's good to see you, man.
Neighborhood owned by the same family for generations.
I don't remember exact date, but early 2000.
Okay, so about 20 years, over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Bro, just shave your head, man. What are you doing? Like, what is, guys, if you're going bald, just shave your head. If you can grow a beard, grow a beard. Because what is this? Like, what? You're not fooling anybody.
And is this your family's main source of income?
Yes. But the owner, Neil Jabbar, began to run into trouble in recent years, including having his liquor license revoked at this 2023 License Committee meeting, the revocation a response to security issues. Well, the hotspot's closed now, all locked up. Neighbors telling me they didn't want to go on camera, but say they recall agents raiding the store.
Yeah, all of a sudden. Guys, let's try and hit 150 likes, guys. Hit the like button, guys. Hold on. Here we go. Look at this.
SNAP benefits are supposed to be used to help feed some of the most vulnerable Americans. But police say that was not the case at a store on Lorraine Avenue in Cleveland. The Ohio Investigative Unit, the U.S. Secret Service Money Laundering Task Force, and the USDA's Food Nutrition Services joined forces for an 11-month SNAP trafficking investigation.
Look at that.
And when it was over,
there were somewhere around 17,000 in illegal transactions that took place.
Damn.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 was recovered from that investigation.
agents say those benefits were illegally traded for cash, clothes, even appliances.
Look at that.
Investigators followed the money trail, crunched the numbers, and say they found fraudulent activity.
Exchanging the SNAP benefits for cash, that's kind of one of the most common forms of trafficking for the SNAP program.
A Cuyahoga County grand jury indicted the owner, Rupp Chetri, on several felony charges, including illegal use of SNAP benefits and money laundering. In Cleveland,
Guys, we wouldn't have this problem if they just cut these programs by 60, 70, 80% at the minimum. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Tracy Carlos, News 5.
Look at that, guys. And then this one here. Look at this.
We are announcing federal charges against two men, Antonio Bonner and Saul Elisme, for large-scale SNAP benefit
$7 million food stamp scheme. Look at that, guys.
a scheme that turned a program designed to feed families into a multi-million dollar criminal enterprise. SNAP benefits are also known as food stamps. The defendants are charged with one count of food stamp fraud. As alleged in the charging documents, these men abused one of the government's most critical safety net programs for their own financial gain. This is taxpayer money meant to keep people from going hungry.
Now you guys see it says people. Look at this. Research indicates, look at this, that women often favor a stronger government role in ensuring social welfare, healthcare access, and equality compared to men who generally display higher trust in government. So women are increasingly active and tend to prioritize policies on education, childcare, and social issues. Meaning, guys, they are sheep who fall for this. And guys, isn't it funny how the people who pay the least taxes want to advocate for programs that use more tax money? Isn't that nuts? What a joke, guys.
You know,
What
speaking of females, you know, a couple months ago when all that hysteria, you know, starting November was kind of making all the rounds, you know, about EBT being shut down and stuff. I was watching a YouTube video where a guy actually broke down what demographics of people were, you know, taking welfare benefits. And check this out, dude. 96% of all B-dubs are getting welfare benefits in this country, and most of that is EBT and Section 8. Think about that. 96% of all B-dubs. Isn't that insane?
Let me see.
Notice how this woman has handcuffs as a necklace, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cool, kind of hot, but also like, can you wear that another time? Maybe not at a press conference, you 304.
Let me see.
Yeah, but I'm kind of turned on though, you know.
Yeah, no, she is hot. She is hot, like it's working. I'm just saying that I don't know. I guess
Let me see.
It's also not over like someone dying or something too.
I'm not seeing that statistic, Colin. I'm seeing. Hold on. 20.
Well, I didn't look up the sources myself. This is just, you know,
like,
what, you know, information that some guy put together and made a video about. So.
It's like, I think that may have been like at some point, but it says 23.5% of the Black female population is on food stamps. That's still like what 1 in 4. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. And even now, 2025, yeah, 1 in 4 SNAP recipients are Black. So that's 1 in 4 in a country that's this big. So that is nuts. Sweet Auntie says these 304s all have government aid facts. Yep. Thanks for the $5, my friend.
You are scaring the hoes.
I appreciate that. Now, guys, here, let's do one more here. Hold on.
Scheme. New details tonight as this state worker and her daughter face federal charges for allegedly stealing benefits meant for the poor.
Well.
What a joke, guys. I wouldn't put these idiots in charge of plunging a toilet. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put them in charge of government funds?
The mom is a Rhode Island Department of Human Services supervisor. Tonight, Team's John Perrick joins us live in studio with reaction from people who really depend on this, John.
Dan and Patrice, investigators say the DHS supervisor allegedly stole personal information from hundreds of SNAP recipients through her job, all as part of a fraudulent scheme to buy groceries.
New photos show alleged fraud unfolding.
Breaking the system. Wow. I can't get over it.
A year-long investigation coming to a close tonight. 57-year-old Nadine Jean Baptiste and her daughter, 27-year-old Octavia Jean Baptiste, arrested at work today for allegedly committing benefits fraud. Nadine is a DHS supervisor here in Providence.
Very concerned, especially from a person that has the authority.
Nadine Jean Baptiste accused of using her position with the state to improperly access personal information from SNAP recipients to check SNAP EBT card balances, changing the pins so she could use those cards.
Disappointing, disheartening, and hopefully people...
Guys, look at this guy here. So this Reddit purple pill, guys, these purple pill guys...
I never even heard of it, really.
Purple pill are these guys that are just too chicken shit to say that they're red pill. They don't want to hurt women's fees, any feelings. So they're like, try and be balanced. You know, guys, no. Don't ask me to be balanced. Well, guys, look. So he makes a good point where he's saying most things that women may need from men can be provided by the state. So money to help raise a kid, free healthcare, services, food, and protection. Most things that men need from women are not provided by the government, such as sex and a family.
And food too.
So he goes, so are men obsolete? Not quite. All stuff provided by the government apparently taxed and paid for by men. Men provide the most protection, taxes, and infrastructure, and even create most laws to help women. That's the part that these women don't get. These corporatists, they convince these chicks to Snow, what are you doing over there?
He's got a baby.
What is going on? They convince these women to outsource what their husbands should be doing. They've added a middleman, right? Because all these chicks that don't have a husband who would bring their car in a Colin shop. Colin, will you explain your thinking when you saw some chick drive up in her Audi who knew nothing about cars? And she was asked you to like fix stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's when he became auto repair nug.
Gotta get that money.
Gotta give it a little bit of that torque wrench in there.
Man, it's your blinker fluid. You gotta change your blinker fluid. And you gotta get the top of the line kind too. That'll be $780, please.
No,
And
actually,
you need nitrogen in your tires.
You got to get the high performance lug nuts.
Actually, with my customers, very often, the female ones, they very oftentimes, one of the first things they would say, because obviously they couldn't really pay for it, but the first thing they would say is, I've got this aftermarket warranty. And in my mind, I was cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm going to milk the shit out of that. Okay, honey. Well, I didn't say honey, but I was like, oh, okay, well, let me take a look at the car. And next thing I know, like 7, maybe even 8 out of 10 times, I made enough money off one job to basically pay my shop rent and a few of the month's worth of expenses, and then the rest was just gravy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Here, guys, let's go here real fast. Yeah, guys, this is an absolute joke, and women claim that they're strong and independent, right? You guys, the government loves this because it's put a 1 if you agree that there's a small group of men that are using government and women to redistribute wealth from the rest of us men to themselves. You guys, look at this. Barogamy. So women placing men with the government. So guys, have you heard of this term?
No.
I had not heard of this until earlier today.
No, but it makes sense.
Yeah. Someone says, so realistically, the government has replaced any man's earning less than 80 to 85K as marriage material. What percentage of men make that money? This is why women don't need men, because they get men's resources via the government. Ding, 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 ding. Look at that. Let's click here.
Yeah, I never really considered that.
Here we go, guys. Look at this. If we stack welfare benefits, you can quickly see what happens. So this is single moms better off earning gross income of $29,000 with $57 in net income and benefits than to earn a gross income of $69,000. So look at that, guys. If you are a single mom, that's how much that you're getting from the government on average every year. Look at that.
You know what else they're getting that when I first learned about it pissed me off? Right now I can't remember what it's called. It's when it's There's something that causes them to get a huge tax refund when they're not even paying into the system.
Yeah, the child something.
Child tax credit.
No, it's not the child tax credit. It's something else. Let me see if I can look it up. But yeah, that's what I mean. These people have no skin in the game. They're getting freebies.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but this is like the old saying: "Don't feed a stray dog because they'll never leave."
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what I was just going to say was at 29,000, if they got, let's say 2 kids, and they're claiming them as dependents, even at 29,000, they're not paying. Well, maybe they might pay a slight amount of tax, but I mean,
they're still getting $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 back in taxes.
Yeah, you skipped right over it. It's the earned income tax credit.
Earned income tax credit, yeah.
Yes, I knew a guy who he was married, had a wife, he and his wife had a child, and this guy just worked these low-level jobs, and they qualified for earned income tax credits, and he was absolutely ballistic when there was going to be a delay in him getting this juicy refund, and he was screaming, "I want my damn money!" And I was thinking, you didn't pay for any of that.
Yeah, so the single moms often receive significant tax refunds. They frequently average over $3,000 for taxpayers generally. Key credits like child tax credit and earned income tax credit boost this amount. A single mom with 2 kids earning $30,000 a year could see refunds of up to $34 from just the tax credit alone. The child tax credit. What a joke.
So this is how they're incentivizing these women to have children instead of getting married.
Look at that, guys.
So this earned income tax credit.
Look at this. Whoa. I'm a single mom. 2. I don't understand. Hold on. Why I'm only getting $1,800 back? That's a lot of money, you dunderhead.
Yeah, but they're used to getting back a big chunk of change that they feel the system owes them.
Yeah.
But they've been trained to believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this earned income tax credit, is this only for people who have kids, or is this? Like, how have I not heard about this?
I think so. Well, you've been a productive member of society. That's why you haven't heard about it.
Yeah. Here, guys, watch this. Hold on. Watch.
Conspiracy to commit Medicaid fraud. That's what I went to prison for. I know I keep getting a lot of people asking me, and I realize like a lot of people may be new since I was making the videos about my charge, and clearly y'all ain't watched BET Trap Queen season 4 episode 4 because we talk about it, and you must not have watched me on some of these different podcasts because we talk about it. But needless to say, I had a conspiracy charge, a conspiracy to commit Medicaid fraud. But I'm gonna go a little bit step further because I want to talk about this. If you dig way back, you hear me say I hate conspiracy charges because they are the most loosey-goosey charge that somebody can get in a federal case. I repeat, in a federal case. States are different. Federal, the conspiracy charge is a beast of its own. And why do I say that? Because with conspiracy charges, the government really doesn't have to prove anything. Further, there doesn't even have to be a crime actually committed for there to be a conspiracy charge. That's why when people tell me that they have a conspiracy charge, I'm always like, ooh, because I know that even if you say, I don't do anything, you kind of didn't have to for the government to be able to say that you did something. Because with the conspiracy charge, there can be an act towards it, not even committed. There can be an agreement that you're going to do it. And there can just be a knowing of it. So, yes, I got a conspiracy charge. Not saying I didn't do anything, but I just want to stress the importance of being careful because conspiracy charges in the federal government are nothing to be played with. To ask me, how do I know? Because I went to prison for one. I also went to law school, and I do a lot of studies about just federal cases in general. And
cooked. Here we go, guys.
Last night I made a video about my 22 hours before I self-surrendered to federal prison. And so I wanted to go into a little more detail about actually what self-surrender is, and just to give some tips and some information to anyone who may be getting ready to self-surrender to a federal prison. Self-surrendering is exactly what it says. It is surrendering yourself to the prison. This is not always how everyone gets to federal prison.
Yeah, especially not men, right, guys? Especially not men. They don't let us self-surrender. What are you talking about? What an absolute joke. She has podcasts on this too. What a joke.
3 years ago today, I was spending my first night in a federal prison. I remember that day just like it was yesterday. About this time, I was sitting in my room or laying on my bed, in a steel bed with this very thin mattress, no pillow, just looking at the top. There was no mattress in the bunk above me because it was just me in the room by myself, because at this time, the prisons were still being quarantined because of COVID. So I remember laying in that bed.
I'm telling you, Bertha and her mop handle got a hold of her watch, you know?
Oh, man.
Conspiracy to commit Medicaid.
Let's do this. There we go.
We are turning now to the Big Apple, where new multi-million-dollar fraud schemes are coming to light. Just this week, 2 scammers pleading guilty to a $68 million fraud scheme tied to the state's Medicaid home care program. Mia, what are we learning on this?
Yes, Natasha.
You can tell this is a conservative network because all the chicks are pretty hot.
We've been looking into this just this past week. As you mentioned, 2 big cases in court involving millions of dollars in kickbacks and fraudulent billing to Medicaid. And we're talking about another notable case tonight that involves a program called CDPAP. Now, if you're not familiar with that, it is for people who need to be cared for, but they don't want to go to a nursing home. So through Medicaid, they can hire their own caretaker. They get to choose if it's a friend or a relative, as long as they go through the process. And while it sounds good, it is also a big target for scammers.
This is a program that is put in place to help care for people at their home instead of having them go in nursing homes.
Attorney John Flynn says while New York's Consumer-Directed Personal Assistance Program, or CDPAP, is meant to make things easier for loved ones who need care, it's also become the target of sophisticated scammers.
The actual program itself is for a good cause, but you have bad people out there who are taking advantage of federal and state money.
Just this past week, 2 New Yorkers pled guilty to a $68 million fraud scheme.
$68 million bucks, guys.
Billing Medicaid for services at Brooklyn-based adult daycares that never actually happened. These fraudsters were, quote, large-scale recruiters who bribed patients with laundered cash and billed Medicaid over $68 million for services.
$68 million bucks, guys. $68 million bucks. And guys, someone had to put the only reason why this came out is because the Orange Man's in office. I agree. I honestly agree. Look at that, guys.
That were not provided. New York Attorney General Letitia James announcing a separate $1 million-plus conviction this week, also involving fake billing and kickback schemes tied to the state's Medicaid program. Unfortunately for the state's CDPAP program, fraud is nothing new. Back in 2018, a man arranged for friends and family members to be paid as home caregivers for his sick mom. Later, investigators found out that his mom wasn't even in the country. She was living in Bangladesh. And during home inspections, his brother impersonated her to keep the fraud going. Back in 2024, Governor Kathy Hochul calling.
What is going on? Because back to this barogamy thing, right? Look at this. So, someone says, in fact, any single mom earning between $16,000 and $29,000 is as well off or better off than a man earning between $30 to $66,000 bucks. Think about how insane that is. The average man in the United States earns $54,000 a year. So they're saying that a single mom with 1 or 2 bastard kids is living better than an average working man in America. If she were to lose her benefits by living with a man that earns more than $66,000, And the reality that she needs him to make up the difference of the benefits that she would lose, that's between $25,000 and $39,000. So he must earn over $100,000 a year. Now it all makes sense why so many deadbeat single moms demand a guy who makes six figures. It's just plain math. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Does anyone that wants to jump on, guys, hit that StreamYard link. So look at this, guys. Someone says, I don't understand the math. What are you talking about? This is simple math. Says, why must the man earn over 100K? Shouldn't he just have to earn enough to cover the lost benefits? Someone says, hold on. Let's look at the replies. Someone says, because those benefits are tax-free while his wages aren't. Facts, yes. That's true. Sorry, guys. Let's go back. Someone says, and this is what we always say, because the government is distributing the resources from men to women while ensuring that women also have an easier time getting an education and a job. Facts. Absolute facts. Someone says these welfare traps are intentional. They create a base of voters that are dependent on the government remaining in power. So women are the ideal target for this grift because it's easier to pass legislation under the banner of helping the poor, starving women. Look at that, guys. What a joke. What a joke. And there's still people doubting the math. Guys, why would any dunderheaded single mom look at this? Do you think that it would be better if modern women from today onward started depending on men for resources and money? Because to be honest, I don't see that as a good thing. Hey, dunderhead, you're already relying on men, you idiot, because we pay the fucking taxes. Oh, guys, why are they so stupid? Why? Why are they so dumb, guys? Why? How did this get this way? I don't understand it. And of course, there is a whole process. They're already depending on men. It's just that instead of earning it from the men individually by providing value, they extract it from men via the government. Women only pay 25% of the taxes.
Okay, so I stepped away for a minute, but something in there really ticked me off, and that is they're getting this money tax-free, but yet people on Social Security have to pay taxes on their
facts. Yes.
Yep. That's a very good point. That's a very
and
good
everybody had a conniption when Orange Man said, you know what, we're not going to tax Social Security anymore. Because that didn't start until the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. This guys.
You know how many people I've seen sell food stamps to get their hair done, nails done, their toes done, buy an outfit to go to the club, drugs? A lot. If I've seen it, other people seen it. You know what? That's why people don't give two fucks. I've seen people.
Well, guys, we did hit 150 likes, guys. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Like, subscribe, guys. Hit the super chat button. I appreciate that.
Let's get 25 more.
Thanks, guys.
Women.
Let's get 25 more likes, guys.
Yeah.
Man got the food stamp. Now, the food stamp is for her and her kids. The man has the food stamp card and he in the grocery store buying shit that he wants. People see that shit. You know what? They don't give two fucks. You know, some kids go to school and get breakfast and lunch, no dinner, because mama and I sold the food stamps for shit that she wanted. Dumb people don't give two fucks. And people are saying, well, what about my kids? Well, yeah. What about your kids when you had the food stamps? You out there selling them? What did you think about your children then? The fucked up shit that people do, people see that. So now people are like, I don't care. Life is about to start life for a lot of people. But don't get mad when people don't give two fucks, because we see so many people out there.
To the mouth on this broad. And she's old enough to be someone's grandmother. Just cussing, swearing, acting stupid. Why? Guys, what kind of idiot deals with B-dubs? Honestly, guys, like that.
Well, she's a B-dub, so she's probably a great grandmother at this point.
Yeah, I'm allergic, guys. Oh, and by the way, guys.
That shit that they be like, I don't give a shit. You know, what about my kids? What about your kids when you was out there doing that fucked up shit with them food stamps? What about your kids then?
Yeah, so she's absolutely right. I didn't grow up rich. I've seen it.
Someone says, why are you using AI to make black people look bad? That wasn't AI. What are you talking about? What are you?
So apparently I am not allowed to be drinking out of a Yeti cup because I'm on SNAP benefits. That's what people are deciding to tell me now. Like they haven't learned before. I don't care what you think. My friend was literally going to throw it away and I said, I'll be your trash can. Please hand it to me. Thanks. I will.
Because you're a dumpster. Oh!
Now, guys, these Yeti cups are the ultimate example of how women are sheep, right? You guys know how much these stupid things cost for a Yeti cup, guys? These things are.
You mean the Stanley Cup?
I wish, right? Look at these things, $40 for these things.
Oh wow!
For just like
they love these oversized
water
mugs
out of
for some reason.
Yeah, but these were like really popular.
Yeah.
The larger ones can be $100.
Yeah, no, Yeti's like
$100.
crazy expensive stuff.
Why?
Because it says Yeti.
So
that's kind of like Gucci
stupid.
for like white trash people is like Yeti or people who go
Ridiculous.
camping and stuff.
No, it's these white girls who just want to walk around with their Uggs and their Yeti cups and their freaking.
They'll have a Patagonia jacket on for sure.
Yeah.
Anyone who has like a Patagonia jacket is like a douchebag. Like, yeah, it's made by like. They're always a freaking douchebag.
Yeah, man, I can walk out in like negative 28 degrees, bro.
Yeah.
You live in freaking California, you goof. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Grocery store.
David says he got a Yeti cup. I'm just coming. Sell it, bro. Sell it. Make some money off it. You know, sell it for like $100. You could buy a quarter tank of gas these days.
Okay. I live in Indiana. I don't know if anybody else in Indiana has gotten their SNAP money for November, but I have not. Yeah, I have not. However, I can't complain too much because I know I still have enough to cover this grocery trip. So have a $30 gift card for this grocery trip. So we're about to have some fun in here regardless. But has anybody else in Indiana gotten their SNAP benefits? Because I have not.
She has 5 kids, guys.
So I got my SNAP benefits.
Oh my god! Oh
Sorry
man!
about the jump scare, guys.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I've been like eating my dinner and stuff too. Now I'm not really gonna eat anymore.
Look at this thing.
So I got my SNAP benefits for this month. Super thankful to get any money at all to help with groceries. I got $16.
That's $16 more than any of us got, right, guys?
If I had that, I would just go buy a ton of cans of soup.
Full. But still screwed. $16. What am I supposed to do with $16?
Look at that, guys.
Get a job.
Buy some pasta, some butter, and bread. Hope for the best. How is $16 going to last me 30 days? It won't. Straight up.
You better get a job.
That's not even enough for a week. And I know people are going to say, get a job, just work, just buy your own groceries. Hey, I do.
Then what's the problem?
That's clear. That's evidently clear. Guys, here's the thing, guys. $16. You can go to the back of the store where they have like the almost expired stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just buy a bunch of that. Guys, bread, peanut butter. I can feed myself.
Saying. I buy a can of soup.
Yeah. They have like 4 canned soups for like, was it $5, like $4? They have like top ramen, whatever. Guys, you can feed yourself pretty good for a little bit for $16.
You know
bucks,
what?
Man.
You know what everybody's missing? She's got a cell phone, which means she's probably, and I bet $20 she's got one of those high dollar cell phone plans and not an El Cheapo like I do. Can't tell what kind of vehicle she is, but I bet that thing isn't over 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I wonder where she lives. And so
she's getting cooked.
I see all these videos with this. We're supposed to feel sorry for these people, and it's not working.
Guys, she's getting cooked in these comments. Someone says, I got $0, but I bought groceries with money I earned. Someone says $16 more than I got. Someone says this is more than I got my whole life. Someone says you look famished. Someone says savage. I agree. I was gonna say it, but that was my first thought. Best comment on the internet. Look at that. Someone says the government is not responsible for feeding you. You look well fed. And that's from a chick. Someone says hard truth. You have to do better in life. Something has to change. She said, right, because I'm the problem, not our broken system, please. She says, it's not the system's job to provide for you. She says, it's the system's job to help its citizens. What do y'all think government's there for? I genuinely want to know. You dunderhead. Because this is women thought right here. It's the government's job to completely take care of us. And that's why so many these chicks want communism. What a joke. Someone says the government's job is to govern. Yeah. So the government's job is to govern, not to provide. Yes, they can help us as needed, but it's mind-blowing how many need help when it's not the case. They're just lazy. Facts. What a joke. Guys, she's getting absolutely butchered in these comments. I don't think this was going the way she thought it was going to go.
Hey.
You know why she got butchered?
Because she's a pig. Oh.
Okay. I have a job and I DoorDash. And I'm grinding on Facebook Marketplace trying to sell stuff. Hey, I'm bringing money in, okay? The problem is there's more money going out than there is coming in. Hence the food stamps. Hence
you don't know how to budget.
Yeah.
From my government. And that's what the government is there for. That's what they're there to do. To help people, to make sure that their people stay fed.
That's not the government's job.
So thanks.
Yeah, this guy said you can start by buying a big bag of rice, a bag of dry beans, some crushed tomatoes, and some frozen veggies. That's $16. You can make several meals. Facts. That's absolutely true. Moron. You know what? I'm not gonna even click on this idiot's page.
Man, I bet you any one of us here and anyone in the chat for $16, you know, let's whatever came up. We're on hard times and we're gotta be like, oh damn, I better watch every single damn penny. For $16, dude, every one of us, we could feed ourselves fairly well for 2 weeks. We'll go We'll go to the grocery store. We'll buy the well, it's what, like now it's like $1.79 for the store brand loaf of bread. Get ourselves a pack of bologna. Hell, we'll even splurge and get ourselves some sliced cheese. And then after 2 weeks, we're gonna be saying, "God damn, I ain't never eaten a bologna sandwich ever again." But we'll make it though.
You guys here?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I have a question though. You are correct. Colin, Snowboard, Korg, Evil Eddie, Snasty. Are you guys like me? You can just eat the same thing for like weeks at a time, like months at a time.
I was just going to say these chicks will not eat the same meal 2 days in a row.
Ah!
I've done it for a week.
Guys, when I used to go into work, I would have the same Italian sub every day for lunch for like 3 years. An Italian sub, a bag of sour cream and onion chips, and a Diet Pepsi. That's my lunch. I love it. I can eat it that for lunch every day for the rest of my life. In college, there was this little teriyaki place. So I'd have a number one, chicken teriyaki, vegetables, rice. It was to the point where they would have it ready when I walked in because I would get the same. If I find something that I like, I could eat that same thing every day and be perfectly fine. Because I like it. It doesn't get old. You know what I'm saying? But these chicks, they want to have something different every single day. It's like, why? If you find, because how many of you guys make your coffee the same way every day? You've had the same coffee in the morning for like the last 10, 15, 20 years. The exact way.
Yep.
But they want their mocha frappuccinos and their caramel macchiatos and all this.
Well, they're not drinking coffee. They're drinking sugar bombs.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and check out Eddie. Like I told him, man, put butter in the coffee and mix it up in the blender, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Maybe when
We'll
people
put
like,
a little
"Girl,
bit of
how you
that
get food?"
creamer.
No, not you and your Tylenol. Get out of here.
Get food stamps. Maybe when people be like, "Girl, how you get food stamps?" I wish I get food stamps. Bitch, you better start lying.
This lovely lady went on TikTok telling her followers to lie so they could qualify for food stamps. As you guessed it, it caught up to her. Her food stamps were cut off, and she now supposedly owes $35,000.
Lady called me and said, "Man, I said, yes,
We got the
ma'am."
race
She was
card
like,
out.
Oh yeah, guys, we haven't
Yeah.
the race card out in a while, man.
"What's your address?" I said, "Ma'am, I don't have no address. I've been homeless."
Butterfly tattoo. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
It's like
Obviously,
out
she's
all
a
the
304.
time, man.
Obviously, she's a 304.
What? I am sadly, my family won't let me stay with them, ma'am. I'm starving. While I'm kicked back in a motherfucking 3-bedroom and everything, living lovely. Then she gonna say, "Man, what's your job title?" I don't say, "Ma'am, they won't hire me anywhere. I don't have no job. I've been putting application after application. It's just like nothing work." Yeah, that lady was on the phone. She said, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry for all of this that you're going through." She said, "We just shipped your card out. You should have about $1,000 on your card from last month and this month, and your balance and your payment every month is gonna be $300." That I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps. Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the fuck did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000.
Look at that,
They turned my
dumbass.
food stamp off, and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm fucking aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just
You just hear the smoke detector in the back.
running with shit. But them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off, and I have to pay them back $35,000. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna get $35,000 from, but I have to pay them back.
If you have a SNAP EBT card, you don't know the many benefits that you can get. So I'm going to actually tell y'all, because a lot of people have it, but they don't know the benefits that they get while having it, and they miss out on these benefits. I'm Jalea. I'm the Free Mom Plug, and I put people on game around the world.
The Free Mom Plug. Look at that.
About free benefits and programs they may not know about that they're openly able to get. Number 1 and through 5, you can get discounts at the store. I mean, you can get discounts for transportation. You can get discounts for Amazon Prime. You can get discounts for grants for community college.
That's not true. Now, guys, you can use food stamp cards on Amazon Prime, yes, because you can't get discounts on college. And someone's saying you get discounts on getting towed. What is this? What is this?
You can get discounted food for your kids at school. You can get discounted legal services from lawyers. You can get discounted everything. Literally, the list goes on.
I think she might be talking about
no, she has an
selling
ebook.
that.
She's just bullshitting to try and make money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's all this is.
Discounts, if not free counseling.
She's hot though, green eyes,
Yeah.
man. Shooting.
Discount on utilities.
Guys,
That's
I
what
think
thought
she's
she was selling.
I think
that
she's in
cat.
she's in Snowboard's driveway right now.
Yeah.
Discounted phone service, discounted clothes.
You this is such cap, guys. And women will actually fall for this too. That's how stupid they are. That's how dumb they are. Guys, we're at 182 likes. So let's try and hit 200 likes. I'd appreciate that.
Actually, some fast foods, they'll give you a discount with the EBT.
Such bullshit.
Seriously. You can get discount on your vehicle registration. Y'all, I drop all these gems in my $8 ebook that's in my bio. It's only $8. I swear it will put you on game about everything.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on.
She's running one of those scams like they used to do during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Where you would mail $1 and that dollar got you the guaranteed method to kill cockroaches. And what you got back in the mail was 2 pieces of wood. So you put the cockroach in between the 2 pieces of wood and it was guaranteed to kill them. She's
Also
just
offer
like you
one-on-one
said.
sessions now. So if you need some
$8 at
extra
a time. That's smart.
Yeah.
assistance and you're not getting it, click the link in my bio, fill out the Google form, and I will schedule a day we can meet virtually. And I'll
Yeah,
answer all the
right.
questions that you have.
Yeah, right. What a joke.
Okay. Section 8 will no longer be a lifestyle passed down from generation to generation. Let's go. Let's go. That's called get off your ass and go to work. I'm sorry. Or this is just a thought. Stop having kids that you can't afford to take care of and wanting somebody else in the government to help you take care of your kids. Okay. While you get 30-inch bust downs and you get your nails done, your toes done, you go to Miami, you get BBLs, baby. Get a job, okay? I'm happy. If you ain't happy, that means that you've been sitting on your ass too long. Get your ass up and go get a job, okay? The recruiting office is open. Baby, go get them good benefits, okay? That's your suggestion. If you don't know where to start with the military, okay? Go to the recruiting office, all right? If you want some benefits for life, because at least you will earn those benefits, okay?
So in conclusion, to all of my EBT scammers, you horrible people, your fairy tale has come to an end. The day has come. It's time to get off your lazy ass and go get a job.
God forbid these SNAP recipients actually have to contribute to society. Play a clip.
I don't think it's fair. They can do that, but you think it's going to hurt a lot of people? Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely it's going to hurt a lot of people because you never know. You know what? Especially now that we're at the holidays and everybody wants to have a good dinner and everything. And if you don't give it to them, it's going to be really hard.
But it's very sudden and it will affect people negatively really quickly. So, and a lot of people don't have the resources to obtain.
Oh, guys, really fast. Hold on. Here's another one, guys.
This is another in cuffs crime quickie. Union City.
Look,
This is
another
a
teacher got
Union's
caught
bullying
banging
production.
her student. Hold
Investigation
on. Look at this.
into allegations involving inappropriate
Look
conduct.
at that, guys. Another one. I need to do another live stream on this, guys. You understand? This happens so much.
She's a secretary.
ridiculous.
She's not even a teacher.
Yeah, she's a high school secretary.
She's a secretary.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Her husband caught her. Oops.
Yep. Oh man! Oh my
Guys,
god!
but they're always married. Always.
Yeah.
They're always married.
They're
Yeah.
always married. Always have those glasses and stuff. They always look like that.
Not mandatory for anyone on Section 8 to be removed if you have had it more than 2 years.
Good.
With exceptions. Thanks, Donna. The White House announced new Section 8 eligibility restrictions. More details from the current administration are expected Monday.
Good. Good. Yeah.
Section 8 eviction.
All right. Now, guys, this one. Now, let's talk about Section 8, right? Because this Section 8 thing is one of the biggest scams. And guys, people think that it just affects the poor. Korg, Snowboard, Colin, anyone in the chat, have you guys ever lived anywhere like an apartment or like a neighborhood where they all of a sudden started having housing vouchers, and then all of a sudden the hood people in the trailer trash start moving in?
Yeah, when I was a kid in high school, I had all my hockey gear stolen out of my truck.
Yeah. Guys, if you do just regular suburban neighborhoods, a person will rent the house, and like it'll be like a decently nice house in a nice neighborhood, and they do this because they say that they don't want all the trailer trash and the ghetto morons just like isolated in one part of town, which they should be. But next thing you know, all the foolishness comes over to your house. So you paid $300,000-$400,000 for your house. Everything's nice, and then all of a sudden, friggin' nug-nugs living next door. It's an absolute joke. And guys, the thing about Section 8, a lot of people do it because it's guaranteed income from the government, right? Instead of having to find renters. But these Section 8 people can trash your house. Trash it. And then once it gets trashed, you have to fix it so that it can pass the Section 8 inspection so that you can get more people in there. And as there's people who are on a housing voucher and they pay $100 a month and they still get evicted. When I used to live in my old place, the people that lived underneath me, their rent was like $16 a month, and they got evicted. I know because all their stuff was outside, but they always had weed because I'd always smell it. She's always buying weed. You're wearing Jordans and all this crap, but you can't pay $16 a month for rent.
Yeah, AJ, have you seen that? Have you seen the story that's going around about there's some was it a B-dub? Yeah, of course it was a B-dub. Her monthly rent was $0, and she finally got evicted because she refused to pay. I think it was like 5 or maybe 10% of her utility charges. And this went on for years and years. So finally the landlord, after, once the balance on the utilities finally got to like $5,000, that's just, think about that, $5,000, and her portion of the utility is only like, I don't know, 10, 15, $20. Think about how many years she had to go before the landlord finally was like, no, you got to go. You got to go.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
It'll always be, oh, you evil white men kicking out these poor black women. Oh, you're a white supremacist, please. Yeah, so.
Told me that this was an eviction happening in the last 2 days.
Disgusting.
For a non-payment on a Section 8 house here in the neighborhood. I didn't even know this place existed till just now. What in the world?
This happened.
Oh my
God.
God.
I used to live in Maryland. This happened all the time, dude. All the time. And it was so I used to call them the vultures because you would see people right when the movers or whatever would come out, they were waiting. They would swoop in and just start grabbing stuff, So
get that. Oh my God, it smells awful.
Broke people accumulate so much stuff. Like, I don't have this much stuff.
Squeakers.
There's like a final notice there. Man, this has to be like
hoarding is one hell of a drug.
Worst nightmare. Oh my goodness! Look at that mattress there.
Burn the mattress.
Open it. Oh God, the stench is horrible.
Just light everything on fire.
Goodness. Look, another cart right here. Oh man. Oh man, this is not good.
Section 8 eviction.
I'm so glad that Section 8 changing their rules. You know, the one that they said that people can only be up there for 2 years unless you disabled. Yeah, I'm happy as fuck that they doing it.
A lot of y'all have been on Section 8 since the 70s. It's about time you get off of it and let somebody else have some help. Do you understand?
If you are a landlord and you think Section 8 is easy money, it is not easy money. Okay? It is not guaranteed money. What do I mean? The damages done to your property can far exceed the rent that you collect.
Exactly. And guys, in order to be Section 8, you have to maintain it so that it passes that Section 8 inspection. But if these idiots keep trashing your place, then you're cooked.
For the last couple years, or even last couple decades, there have been people taking advantage of the Section 8 program, and it looks like it's starting to catch up to them. In just a couple weeks, they're making it so people only have 2 years to be on the Section 8 program to be able to get their stuff together. So no more.
You were my tax dollars paying for that house. So at this point, Section 8 is paying probably 80% of her rent, and she is paying the other 20%. Well, from day one, she stops paying her 20%, which means as the landlord, I can evict her, which I'm going to. But, you know, I work with people, and so I'm working with her. Well, fast forward, this has been about 6 months, and she has never paid a dime, and we're going through the process of evicting her. So when someone stops making payments, you have to send them a letter, give them a chance to catch it up. Then you file for eviction. What that entails is they get a letter from the sheriff, then the sheriff shows up and says, hey, you've got to be in court on this day. You go to the court, all right, magistrate, usually within, 45 days. Well, they go to the magistrate, they show up, they're meeting with legal aid. Legal aid asks for a continuance. So they push it back another 30 days, right? Again, this lady's good. 30 days goes by, you show up, the magistrate does what the magistrate does, and they rule in your favor because, of course, you've got all the right paperwork, blah, blah, blah. And boom, bang the gavel, you get the property back. She appeals. Now you have to hire an attorney and go to district court.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this whole time,
you're losing
she
money.
has free legal aid. You're my tax dollars paying for this to represent her and make sure that she's not being taken advantage of by us evil landlords. Well, district court to get that scheduled takes much longer. So we're probably 3 months out for district court. The whole time she's not paying rent. The whole time, not paying rent. We go to district court. I show up. I don't show up. My property manager shows up. The attorney shows up, and they have all the paperwork, right? Legal aid says, we need more time. So now we're back at district court. They're in the court. I want to say, I'm not making this stuff up. I think they were in court 4 hours.
I'd rather burn the place down, honestly, you know?
Yeah.
I just started my first eviction. Nightmare scenario. Was hoping to never have to evict anyone from a property. Key lesson here: don't buy properties that have non-Section 8 tenants in them. Section 8 tenants will not get evicted. You don't have to deal with evictions when you're dealing with Section 8 tenants, because they know that if you get evicted as a Section 8 tenant, you lose your voucher. All of a sudden, you have to start paying 100% of your rent. It doesn't make sense. You listen to the rules when you're playing a game that's helping you out.
This guy's on drugs.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm getting messed up here.
Wait. What? Like what?
Yeah.
Wait. I heard that right? This
idiot actually really seriously thinks that these, mostly B-dubs, all these white trailer trash, he really believes that they're smart enough to think ahead and say, well, gee, I might lose my Section 8 if I don't pay my $20 every month. Man, this fool's been had.
Yeah, dude. He's a complete dunder. Oh yeah, these are the type of people who you want to be in there. What do you? They don't have any money.
I don't believe he, I don't believe he's a landlord.
Yeah, there's no way.
You're a low to medium income family. Nobody's helping you. You're paying every bill by yourself. Landlord comes around and says, hey, look, we're going to raise your rent by $50.
I've never understood why there's not more Section 8 properties. It's guaranteed you'll get your rent.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
This guy is a clown. A clown.
Screw that. I'm not going to pay. What are the repercussions? There are no repercussions for private pay tenants. It's one of the many reasons why Section 8 landlording makes so much sense to me. You never want to get evicted as a Section 8 tenant. I wouldn't have to deal with this stuff if I only dealt with Section 8 tenants. 4.5 years, Section 8 tenants only.
On drugs. There's a guy on Instagram. He calls himself Newman, and he does Section 8 stuff. He has a whole bunch of Section 8 stuff. Hold on. Newman. Section 8. Let's see.
You guys notice that he's one of these knuckleheads who's driving like an $80,000 Jeep? You can tell by the roll bar right above his head, or it's all covered up with plastic, but
Yeah, that's what I first thought when I saw him.
Let's watch. Hold on. So let's just look at some of his problems.
This is Goodman back with another Section 8. All right,
this guy is on drugs.
Ready for Section 8 inspection, and I said, "Why is downstairs so glossy? I didn't put polyurethane on this floor. Oh no, it was." Now don't,
you guys, like.
This is Goodman back with another Section 8. All right, so my Section 8 tenant called me up and said, "Hey, the tool's not working good."
All the stuff he has to fix, and then
This is Goodman back.
Some of his properties get trashed. These idiots, dude. It's hold on. And people go, "You're a slumlord. Some of your properties look terrible." He's like, "They're just gonna trash them." Again, I have to fix this to where it'll pass the inspection so that people can live there. But people who are on Section 8 know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And anytime these actually try to put
paint on the porch, peeling paint on the ceiling of the porch. This siding doesn't look nice. This fireplace doesn't look nice. So we got to fix everything and get it looking good. So first we start with the
it'll get trashed again. But he's had ones where he finally got people moved out, and the place is totally destroyed. Just nasty. And then him and his son run the business. They have like a whole bunch of different properties. But look at this. Look at that.
co-workers with this house. We have 7 days before the Section 8 inspection happens for this home for a new tenant. And you're going to say, Goodman, this place looks absolutely horrible. Well, it used to look even worse than this, okay? At least we have sheetrock up and we have mud everywhere.
But yeah, he has ones where they're like, yeah, we just
This is Goodman back with another Section 8. All right, let's talk about the mentality of Section 8 tenants, shall we? So yesterday.
So guys, I think this is the one where he's going to show like some of the damage that they did to his property, but they'll just leave all types of nasty stuff in here, and it's just disgusting, dude. Like,
yeah, this makes no sense, dude. By the time you get done paying for the attorneys, I'm sure the Section 8 program, they have application fees that the landlord has to pay. But by the time you get done paying for repairs and all the junk removal, dude, you're losing like 2 to 3 years worth of rental income. What are you doing?
Yeah. I can't find the ones where he's done the evictions. But,
and that's just renters in general, which is why I've been laughing for the last decade at all these millennial influencers that, oh, you just need to buy property and be a landlord. Yeah, I got 2 brothers that did that, and they said never again. They'd rather chew their arm off.
Yeah, the only way that I would do it is if there was like a military base nearby, and I would rent to a military people only. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because then if they mess up your place, you You can call.
Oh yeah,
the
you can
base
go to their command
and get them
yeah.
cooked. You know what I'm saying? Oh
I,
yeah,
I
guys.
knew a realtor who said he knew a guy who was a landlord, and what he did, because one of the biggest expenses that tenants will trash is the carpeting. And so what this guy would do is he would tile the entire interior of the house. That way, when the tenants leave, you sweep and mop and you're done, because carpet is expensive to get guys to come in and lay the carpet.
Look at this, guys.
Okay, we're gonna make sure this house is still empty and safe for the owner to come do a walkthrough later. Hello? If anyone's in here, you need to make yourself known right now.
People live like animals, man.
Whew. All right. Well, the neighbors called us and told us that they broke in, but I don't see a sign of a break-in.
Notice how they always hang on to bagged trash. Go back to that bathroom.
Called us and broke in, but
right there. See the ceiling?
Go on.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Oh
it?
yeah, there is no
Go back.
ceiling.
I don't see a sign of a break-in.
Hold on. Hold it. Hold it. Right there. A little bit more. Boom. Where's the
Damn.
ceiling?
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. They like
Probably
animals,
the ceiling fan probably worked, and so they just it's all that mold was growing in there, and
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. The backyard. Oh man.
But notice there's
gonna
no
be
carpeting
fun.
in there. He's smart. It's all parquet flooring on a slab.
We the apartment landlords. We the apartment landlords. Demons, man.
Okay. Ooh, gross. Gross. Ola. It's locked.
I'd be
like
worried these B-dubs will show up and go crazy.
Yeah.
This guy has to do like a mission here to not get busted by them.
I don't see where they've been breaking in.
Can you imagine having to do this to all your properties, guys? And once again, this is what modern women's marriage to the government has done, guys.
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
Hey,
Man,
so we
if
just came
No,
into
it's
our
not-
house.
I came to find
Was
something
rented
like
by
that, dude, I would straight up just cry, dude. I would cry like a baby if I came to find my property like that. Straight up, dude. I don't care how sissy that sounds, dude. I would cry like a baby if I.
Hey, so we just came into our house. It was rented by a Section 8 person. They lost their voucher and they lost their housing. Look at those yellow blinds. We gave this to
They were
them
getting
like
absolutely lit
brand
in
new,
there.
brand new carpet, brand new everything. Look how it looks. Holy smokes.
Someone like busted loads all over that.
Look at that. Just trash the place.
Oh man.
It's bad. Look at that.
How do you?
Fuck. The truck?
Damn.
So praying that this ends up on the right side of TikTok. So basically, Section 8 is trying to kick me and my family out of our home. And yeah, so we moved into this.
She turned off her comments.
Home I'm currently in last year. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at my iPad so I can keep note. And to start off, we had plumbing problems like 5 times already, and it's not even a year that we've lived here. So now let's get into why I think that they're trying to kick us out of our
Here we go, guys.
So we contacted
Here's
our
the victim card. Watch.
caseworker. Her name is Kimberly Thomas. Yes, I'm saying her full name. And right off the bat of meeting her, we had noticed she had an attitude, and we tried to push past it. But at one point, she told us not to put something on our recertification packet. And we thought, oh, like she's trying to help. Like she's, like she's girl's girl. She was not a girl's girl. No. We thought that because fast forward, she ups our rent and says she's doing so because my brother makes $3,000. So that's why we're like, okay, so she's not trying to help us at all. And the reason why she knows how much he makes a month is because we had to give her check stubs of my brother's job, and I had to give her like my pay of how much I get from the military. So she knows that I get like $1,300, and my brother was getting $3,000 a month, and so she was taking $400 of what I like. She was taking $400 out of what I get paid. So she emailed my mom, like fast forward, she emailed my mom and told us that we have to pay $600 a month just to stay here in this townhome that we are having plumbing issues in anyway. And these townhomes are estimated at $300,000. So I don't know if she just doesn't want us to stay here. That's somewhere that's very nice. Like you can see, like it's a very nice place. Like we upkeep it. Yeah. So like I said, this is not our property. This is our landlord's property. And I don't know, he's a bit off to me because stuff keeps getting moved around and stuff. And like, he's the only person that would have a key. So that's why I feel like he could be responsible for that. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know things keep getting moved around, touched that we didn't move around ourselves. But anyways, back on track. So we're already paying out for groceries every month. That's $400. Then I'm paying insurance for
AJ. It's
our
probably
car.
also because she brings in
And
Nug
really,
Nug
we're all-
around and stuff.
Guys, are you guys are you guys arms tired from playing the world's smallest violin? I can't she says edit. Hey, so I'm only gonna say this one time. So hopefully you can read. Jesus, can you use some periods for Christ's sake? Look, so you all can read. Those that have something negative to say, it's only me and my brother paying, and why that's because my mother has been through a lot. My uncle, her brother died, then her aunt, then my grandmother. So when she's going back to school to find a job, period. The part about 6,000 was about another townhome, and my mother told me that you could be on section. I can't read this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It goes on more.
Look at that.
You literally could go get a job and actually afford unsubsidized rent, not being subsidized by the taxpayer. You could go do that. You are literally choosing not to because you want to build your business. Why the are you allowed to leech off the taxpayer?
I'm not leeching off of anybody.
Yes,
and
you
I
are.
have tried.
Tried what?
My last job, I had a really bad situation
Tell.
where I was interviewing men in particular. And every time I got on the screen with them, they got their little willies out and started whacking him.
I'm not going to have you translate that one. Every what's our plan? Putting 30 hours a week into education that we can't define or explain?
There is a plan.
Okay. Now it sounds like a presidential debate.
I'm trying.
What's your try?
I just want to say, like, to any female going to go look at a house, take a man with you that knows what he's doing, that can help you identify if something's off or wrong when you go see a house. While I've been in school, I've been ignoring everything that pertains to my health and my mentals. And that's the worst thing you could do, is put yourself on the back burner.
What?
Here I am 2 years later. I happen to not feel good. Like, I've been feeling like this for a while. I thought it was my depression. Went to the ER last night. bad as it was snowing. I made an ambulance come get me. Like, I just wasn't feeling good.
That we paid for?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. She just needed Uber.
They took my blood. It took them a few hours to come back. But sure enough, for those who've been saying something about my weight, it's the mold that's making me lose weight. My doctor's very concerned. I'm mad as fuck. I lost so much weight. So you're not going to be an asset in my life. I don't want to be bothered with people right now. I'm very angry. Because no one deserves to go through this and living in a house. Now I'm scared for my baby.
There you go, guys. This is what we're paying for. Because she's strong and independent, right? And doesn't need a man. And now she's got the black mold, right?
She should at least try to get like an air filter and keep that in her kid's room.
Yeah. Yeah, guys.
I don't know what to do. My back is up against the wall right now. No.
Yeah.
Guys, this mold is a second thing that was black and ruined her life. The first was Nug Nug. Oh!
Yeah. The Section 8 is the yeast of her worries.
Guys.
Dude.
Yeah, I never seen black Elmer's glue come out of it down there.
Oh no! Look at that, guys! Look at that! Oh no!
Buy electric cars.
Oh, guys, yeah, we gotta
just
see
wanna
this,
say-
right? I was gonna pull up some charts about the marriage rates in the Great Society, but guys, we all know the drill, right? These knuckleheads are stupid. They're dumb. Guys, here, let's do felony their TikTok because hold on. I tried to do 3 or 4 TikTok, but I only came across the usual suspects. So let's hold on. And guys, I think we hit 200 likes, right? I appreciate that guys. Here, let me check real fast. Yeah, guys, we hit 200 likes. Let's go. Right on, guys. Guys, you guys are the best. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Where's that one? This is one chick. And it's so funny because these guys, these chicks that talk about like being felons and being junkies and all this other stuff, they always here you go.
Today, do girls in prison really get turned out? 27 years in.
Oh my God, man.
Lesbians, 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 lesbian, lesbians, lesbians, lesbian, lesbians, 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 lesbians.
Prison, been out 8 years. Let's talk about it. Women in prison are very persistent. They will not ease up. Their mindset is this: if there's a will, there's a way. You may come in there a married woman with your mind made up. I'm not messing with no woman. I'm not crossing the line. I'm being faithful to my husband. I can stand strong. But then you have that dominant woman that's been there for a little while, that's been doing this all her life, and she see you come through. She gonna stand back and she gonna observe you and she gonna check you out. And then
This chick is an absolute demon. Right here, guys, this right here is everything wrong with America. I'm serious. All wrapped up in one package, guys. Right here, guys. Right here, man. What an absolute.
Why are you gay?
What's going on, guys? This is an absolute joke.
And she gonna sit and she gonna plot ways to come for you. She gonna find out if you're a broken woman, if you're a low self-esteem woman. She gonna find out everything about you. Dominant women are so persistent. They gonna find a way to get in. You know, whether it's bringing you flowers or coming and getting your shower stuff and hanging it up. You know, because in there, you know, you got to run and fight for shower times. So this woman that's already established in the prison, she gonna make sure she get your towel and she gonna go throw it up on the rack for you and make sure everybody know that, hey, you ain't gonna touch her. You know what I'm saying? She right here. This her spot. So she gonna stand up for you. So the thing is this, you gonna like that. So you gonna open up a little bit and you gonna let her in. And she gonna find other little ways to creep in and get close to you. Now, let's go farther. Women know what women want. Another woman knows what to say to another woman when she's down. Another woman knows how to build up another woman when she's broken. Another woman knows exactly what to say when that other woman cried, when that other woman upset. See, by nature, we're nourishers. So we know how to come and stand beside you. We know how to bandage that pain. We know how to speak the words that's going to build you back up. See, you got to understand about women. We have power. A woman has power. And she knows exactly what to say to another woman. I ain't condoning it. I'm just being real about it. So now when it comes to the
she sounds very experienced. Yeah, facts.
Physical part, that woman already knows.
Hey, David, black is the new black.
She knows to touch her. Why? Because she has the same body parts you have. This other woman has the advantage with this woman physically because she knows. She already have the information. Whereas some men have to be taught. So then when you find one that creep in and know how to just the way that you want, then you're going to open yourself up to that because we emotional. And the thing about women is that if you can tap into their emotion, you ain't even got to be physical, but if you can just get them here, you got them. And now to me, the most essential bonding between two women, especially in the prison, is trauma bonding. That's when you find two women that share the common thread of brokenness, low self-esteem. You know, they may have experienced some things in the prison.
And they call us men creeps, right, guys? Isn't that nuts? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guys, there's an Australian show called Wentworth. Guys, check it out. It's a women's prison show. Yo, it's crazy. It's a really good show, man. These chicks are freaking selling drugs, stabbing each other. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That they don't even talk about.
But the next move that will happen with her and like her friend there, you know, you get bored eventually in there and they start playing rock, paper, scissors.
They share these experiences and they open them up in ways that's unimaginable.
Yeah, and guys, they say that there's so much fighting in women's prisons over relationships, over who's with who and who's with that. It's crazy, man, because they're all banging each other.
Come beside you. And she caters to you because
imagine if they were like reading
so
books.
Broken, your husband out there cheating.
Women read, please.
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
And when they do read, it's like Harry Potter or like Handmaid's Tale. It's like only like those two books.
Or no. It's 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah. I
and this
forgot about
woman
that. They love
building
that.
you up.
In Twilight.
And she bringing
Or they
you
call it like
flowers
smut.
and laying
They read that,
flowers
which
on
is
your
basically
bed with a card that say
crap.
"Get well." I hope you recover soon. I hope you feel better soon. She fixing little meals for you because you don't have the energy to do anything for yourself. She get your clothes out, helping you get dressed. Man, that's the most dangerous bonding it is, because those are the ones that never forget you. They can go
Notice
home
how this
and you can
chick
have a
even
life
likes the
sentence,
feminine
but
behavior
that woman gonna
from the other chick.
Yeah, sure.
always write you and make sure that you are right because she appreciate what you did for her. But see, also that type of bonding can also lead to something physical. So it's easy in that environment. So to answer the question,
Do you guys ever see that one Fleece Johnson guy, the booty warrior guy? A good YouTube and search for his interview. He was the guy in the prison where he was talking about dudes taking each other's cheeks. This is the female booty warrior. You know what I'm saying? So look at that, guys. Look at that. What a joke. Look at this.
Today marks a year that my daughter's been sentenced, and the year has been a complete blur.
Oh man.
Her daughter got 36 years in prison. God.
Oh
damn.
my god.
She must
We
have
never
killed
see that type of
some-
sentencing. She must have done
somebody.
something terrible.
Hold your language.
Got something to say about female empowerment until that empowerment has a docs number next to it. Because let's be real, the female felon is the forgotten gladiator. They don't get the documentaries, they don't get the comeback stories, they don't get the sympathy. They get labeled angry, ratchet,
Oh, shut up. He's a simp.
Simping
And
for them.
Oh, women, shut up, dude.
This is so true. They honestly, once you are labeled a criminal, a convict, a felon, they don't care about you anymore, especially while you are currently incarcerated. And yeah, no, most of the people in prison are not murderers, rapists, child molesters. They're not. They're just not. 95% of the people who go to prison will be released. Most of the people are on there on drug charges or indirectly to do with drug addiction.
Yeah, and we can tell she was put there for a drug.
Many of these people are addicts. They're made mistakes and they're paying their time. That's the thing I don't get. It's like, you guys people want them to have no fucking rights. We sent them to prison. They are paying their punishment. They are serving their time. They're paying their debt to society. Is that not what we want? Why would we want to put them in a position where they could have more trauma? They will not be supplied their
This is the liberal woman's mindset right here, guys. Look at that.
Get ready with me while I tell you how I became a nurse as a felon. So first
Yeah.
of all, I applied
Of course, of any profession, she can say we knew it would be a nurse.
Did you see the tattoos?
to several schools.
Where?
And I went and met with the
Oh.
dean of the nursing program.
Is that tattoos or
And
is no?
one
That's
school did
lingerie.
say that they would not accept me because I was a felon. However, I had been going to some 12-step meetings and I knew a girl who
Of course, she's a junkie, right? Of course.
had become a nurse and she had charges for burglary. So I reached out to her and I asked her how she became a nurse. She actually put me in touch with the dean of student affairs of the school that I ended up going to. I made an appointment to meet with him. I was completely
Whoa. Someone says, huh, do you have your charges expunged? I have an arson of a motor vehicle charge. Look at that. Look at that, guys. You know what? I don't care, guys. Here, let's switch gears here, guys. Let's do that. And guys, thanks for being here, guys. Guys, for all you guys that are new, I go live Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. And then that's Eastern Standard Time. And guys, at 9 p.m. on Sundays, right? I'm gonna start posting things on 50 and 304s, and then 3NN News will be up in the next couple weeks, guys. Just letting you know. Guys, let's switch gears here because there's this one that I saw. Let's do this. 1 second. 1 second.
That's the sound of the police.
Here we go.
Respond to a luxury hotel only to find 3 children abandoned by their heroin addict mother who fled the scene of a violent disturbance.
All right. What's going on? Because there's a bunch of people here that different.
I walked out
different radio
after they already called you guys.
Okay.
So she actually would be able to tell you better what happened.
All right, let me try to figure out what the heck's going on here. What's going on?
So our friend and bridesmaid, her boyfriend rolled up with her 3 kids that weren't invited, and he threw the kids at her. And she's drunk, can't drive. He's a drug dealer. She's drunk, and we don't want.
Okay.
So that's what's happening.
We got a call about a concern about the condition that you're in, that you left your children here. Some people called in and said you're extremely intoxicated and drove away. So my name is Officer Gillespie. I'm just going to talk to you about what's going on tonight. So can you tell me what's going on with the kids?
No.
What's that?
No.
Step out of the car. All right. How much have you had to drink tonight? Step in front of. I guess alcohol.
You're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and they're right there on the scene.
Do you have your ID on you? Do you have a driver's license?
Nope.
You don't have a driver's license at all? Will you run the tag for me, bro?
I did already. It comes back to some guy.
What's your social?
Some guy. This is my car.
What's your
Answer his questions.
What's your social?
You don't have to be mean to me. I own this car.
What's your social?
No. I know.
It's like a Chrysler van.
For jail for obstruction. Okay. What? Are you McGill?
See, you already know I am.
Okay, but I ran you in the drive.
God, don't you just want to uppercut these idiots, guys? Do you see that look on her face? All she has to do is just comply. That's it. He's not even asking for much, and he's done. Her head just, oh man.
Well, I think I've seen this one before, and I think what kind of happened is too. This was like at someone's wedding.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a sister or so. Basically, she's doing this also to be a hater too. I think is part of it because it's like making a scene right in front of a bunch of stuff. Because I've seen this before, and I think they might even mention that.
Yeah.
So that also means like using her children as pawns. So I don't think she like completely abandoned the kids. She just like put them off with a bunch of other people who are like somewhat trustworthy.
No. They said that her husband just came by and like dropped the kids off and then just tore out of there. They were like fighting or whatever.
Oh, I thought it was like a wedding or something.
Hold on. All right, let's do this shit. This one's kind of a slow burn, guys. I actually might find a different one.
I am. I'm not playing the
Okay.
game.
So here's the thing. You
Not
have to
a-
identify. Shut your mouth until I ask you a question. You have to identify.
You're taking this call?
Yeah. I'm taking this part. I don't know about the children thing. But you need to identify to me who you are right now. Because here's the thing. Here's the situation you're in.
No.
You just left your children at a hotel without a guardian. So that can be considered child neglect. Ma'am,
I love
don't
the
think you
smug
understand the
attitude.
gravity of the
I do.
situation. Okay?
I really
What
do.
is your social security number?
No.
How much do you have to drink tonight?
Nope. Nothing.
Notice how she doesn't give a
nothing.
damn about her kids.
You reek like alcohol.
I probably do.
You're unsteady on your feet. You have red glassy, bloodshot eyes.
Been in the same
You have a
spot.
strong odor of alcohol coming off your person. Okay, so I'm conducting a DUI investigation right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what is your name?
She's a definite day drinker.
Hey,
No,
he's
it's
a
not
professional
for me to
find
find
out.
out
It's for you to tell me. Because here's the deal: if you don't tell me who you are, you're going to get charged with criminal obstruction. That's what's going on.
No, I'm just mad.
You know who this is?
I've never seen that dude in my life.
No, but if you needed a lawyer.
Okay. Go
All right,
away,
have a nice night.
Get out of here, small
Not
hat.
even funny.
All right, ma'am. So here's the thing: you are displaying many indicators
Yeah.
of possible impairment. I'm conducting a DUI investigation.
You can't.
DUI investigation. Are you willing to do some field sobriety exercises? All right. Refusal to do the DUI exercises, as I've lawfully requested, will force me to make a DUI arrest decision based on the totality of the circumstances and everything I've observed up to this point. And your refusal to participate in the exercises will force me to make a DUI arrest decision right now and can be used against you in a court of law.
All right.
Or will you do the exercise?
Oh, guys.
No.
Turn around.
Well, hold on. That's good.
An arrest for DUI and obstruction and child neglect.
Is there anybody here for your children?
By the way, guys.
No. Not right now. Yeah, she reeks. Yeah, she does. Should have liked a drink. Chad, 25. Can you start me a female unit for a search? Let's go ahead and have her. Let's go to the front of my car while I try to figure out who she is. Yep. Come on. Walk.
I'm gonna be a dick, dude.
Shut up. Walk.
Base. This cop is base.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this is gonna go on the base cop playlist, man. Hold on, where are we?
Yeah, I think I put this one on the Discord like in the summertime or something. It's actually pretty good.
I'll have to.
That's why I said I think it's like a wedding.
Yeah.
You gonna take care of my kids?
Guys, here. Look at this. Yes, you guys
she's
remember?
worried about her kids.
It was like a month ago. We saw the one where the cop was talking to like this guy and his girlfriend, and then some drunk chick just comes up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She's trying to run.
The sidewalk.
Guys, look. So they're sitting there, and I guess they were at this church or whatever, and they're not allowed to be there. So the cops are talking to these people, and this drunk broad just comes up out of nowhere. Watch.
Arrive and you were there. Let's go straight to jail.
Okay.
Understandable, yeah. Where are we staying within Key West?
Well, we've made some friends along the way that we've stayed with a couple of times.
And before that, we stayed at this place called Cots. Okay, so that's what I was going to get to because you said nomadic, which is fine. You guys do whatever you want in your own life. However, in the city of Key West, we do not allow sleeping anywhere in Key West.
They told us that.
Yeah, no, we made if you're found sleeping anywhere between the beaches or anything like that, it's go straight to jail.
We told us.
Okay. Parks and beaches in the city limits of Key West close between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7 a.m.
Yep.
Okay, so that's any of our extensive parks and beaches. Some of them aren't even notarized as parks. For instance, the southernmost point, the buoy, that is considered a park.
Is the buoy still there after the hurricanes?
Yeah. Kind of in the middle of something. Walk away.
We're not in trouble.
Walk away before I make you a
Oh my god!
Like, who is this person? Like, why, guys? Please, guys! I need you to listen to me and listen to me good, guys. Mind your own business. If you see the cops talking to some moron and his idiotic girlfriend, guys, it's not your business. Let the police do their thing. If you see friggin' some broad getting whooped by a nug, guys, keep walking. If you see trailer trash Tammy getting a spin kicked by Cletus, guys, just keep walking. Yeah. It's none of your business. It's none of your business, man. Yeah. And you guys notice it's some goofy, probably college-educated, drunk, liberal white chick who's on Zoloft. You know what I'm saying? This is the same type of chick that tried to mess with ICE, and ICE said took her out. It's the same kind of chick. Corey, you were saying?
And if you see the cops tasing somebody, you stand back and you cheer them on and laugh.
Yeah, yep, that's true.
And you say, "Boy, that looks painful."
This.
I make you a part of it.
You're all right.
You're
gonna beat me up.
You're gonna beat me up. Please do. You're gonna beat me up. Please.
But also notice, see this other female cop or security person there to the left? Yeah. She should have blocked this idiot out and said, just move along, so they could address it. She's sitting there smiling.
Yeah, got to the other cop.
Exactly.
I have freedom of speech. Hey, we love you.
You can go to jail too, or you can step 25 feet away.
No, ma'am.
It's called the Florida Halo Law.
We're not even in trouble. We're not even in trouble. Please.
Even if they were, what are you gonna do about it, you drunken 304? Look at that.
I'll tell you what she'll do.
Like a transformer.
ID.
Man, you're an expert in those.
Say again?
Said it kind of looks like a transformer.
And I said he's an expert in those.
Well, hey, she already has a pearl necklace. Oh,
yeah.
Are you named Christina?
Yeah, give me your ID before you go to jail.
Oh my God.
Give me your ID.
Are you ICE? I told you guys. I told you. Are you ICE? Are you ICE?
Oh my God.
She's a police officer. You absolute guys. Just punch him. Just right in the head.
She's been drinking since 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Did you notice
Before
when
you go
she
to-
said that though? She literally said it like out of the side of her face.
Yeah.
like
Yes.
she like
Yeah, he
like
said-
her
that's
face
like
like
Dante said,
contorted.
antidepressant Alice.
To jail.
Why don't you record me?
It's recording. Give me your ID before you go to jail.
You want to know what? I know my rights. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
It's time!
Yep.
I'm not fighting. I am not fighting you.
Hey, I give her credit. She didn't spill her drink.
Yeah, right.
Violation of Florida Halo law. You were warned several times. Then
Guys, you guys heard the Florida Halo law, right?
Yeah.
In Florida, they said 25 feet. You can film whatever you want, but you got to give us 25 feet, or it's obstruction, and you're going to jail, which makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
25 feet. And that's still pretty close when you think about screaming at him, yelling at him.
Yeah.
25 feet, but that's reasonable. You know?
No,
These
that's
cops
reasonable.
are not overstepping at all.
Failure to ID.
And also too, just stay out of the road.
Say again?
Always like stay out of the road. Like even
Exactly,
if you see
yeah.
something like this, don't make you a part of the traffic pattern and shit like that.
Yep,
or
that's true.
walk in the road.
I was told about this.
Yep.
Guys, what do you think she's on?
Everything.
Like all the guys, put the SSRIs you think she's on.
I think you're cute.
Am I getting arrested?
Yes, you are.
In front of the church, in front of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I'm getting arrested in front of Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, you did.
What did I do?
I
I'm
told
gonna
you
say she's
multiple
been down
times
in
to step away
Xanax.
from my current investigation.
Yeah. Some Zoloft
And some
you know,
drinks.
some-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't want to do so. That's violation of Florida Halo law. Then you didn't want to ID. You have anything else on you we need to know about?
No, just my mouth.
Just your mouth. Go, stand up.
I will. I'm wearing pearls for this. I'm wearing pearls for this one. Oh, this is fun. Can you grab my purse?
We're going to get all that.
We're gonna get all that. Let me tell Carrie about it.
Sit down.
Oh my God! There's a demon in her. There's a demon in her.
What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Oh my God. Look at that.
Oh my
I
God!
hope you guys have your holy water.
Okay. So back to our quick warnings, okay? Just try not to
Oh my
violate those.
God.
If you don't have anywhere to stay at COTS, go to City Hall, talk to them. They'll let you know what you can and can't do.
Absolutely. I'm an
Okay.
office worker. I'm going to find some kids.
All right. Have a good night.
That was just
Thank
some
you.
hippie.
Oh, are we ready to listen now, or am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're being arrested for violation of the Florida Halo law, as well as as well as failure to identify. Yep. It's where when I tell you to step away from my investigation, 25 feet, which I told you twice, you are required to do so. And when you refuse to do so, that is a violation. Subject to arrest.
Get a picture?
Come on.
Hey guys, here, let me show you one more thing and then we'll log off. Guys, here you go. Watch this. 1 second, guys. Let me pull this up. Okay. Watch this, guys.
Women are far more privileged than men.
Your claim was that women are far more privileged than men.
Yeah, privilege as in we don't really have any duties to our country. And then also if we talk about things like no fault divorce, we typically win in court by a lot. And also we live in a country where women typically influence a lot of the political and cultural decisions.
See your points. I think they make sense.
Mhm.
But what about how women have way more issues?
Now, guys, wait for it. Now, I think that the chick in the white, you'll see why this is a grift here.
I kind of think this chick's gonna be cool. This
watch.
one.
The safety and the gender pay gap.
So the gender pay gap has been debunked like so many times. Like it's not even a thing anymore. It's been debunked so many times. That they basically took like a survey of like all the jobs women worked and men worked, and they compared the average income. But what they found was that women were just working lower paying jobs. Like they were teachers and they're comparing that to a male surgeon. So that's been debunked so many times. That's not a thing. But if we go back to like the actual privilege part, the safety, yes.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. She's dressed like a goddamn street walker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the other girl, it's funny, because on the opposite end of the table, the other girl dressed like pure garbage, and she actually could be kind of hot.
Guys,
I think if she looked a little more traditional.
This is where you lose me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, this chick is hot, fine, but look at this. She's just doing this for attention. She didn't try and be the hot tradcon conservative chick that kind of tries to talk about men's rights and all this other stuff. You know?
Yeah. We call that a TP USA hoe.
Yeah.
There's bad people everywhere. And that just goes back to our biological differences that men are stronger than women. And so obviously some men are going to take that power to their advantage. It's very unfortunate. We kind of live in like a very dark and evil society. I don't think that necessarily has anything to do with my claim though, that women are more privileged.
Okay, maybe we just have different definitions of privilege, because I feel like being able to like walk out comfortably at night and stuff, that is a privilege.
That definitely is a privilege, but men are involved in crime a lot as well. There's male on male crime all the time. It's just not put into the media a lot. Is that women?
So guys, once again, someone had said like, why do so many chicks hate pearly things, right? It's because like pearly things is like a 5'10" pale mid ginger. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't really put that much work in her appearance and has a whole bunch of male attention, and these chicks can't stand it. They can't, because by their summation, they have to like look like this chick. You know what I'm saying? They do all this makeup, all this hair, all this other stuff, you know?
Well, it's also too because Pearl actually has some substance and something to say. They don't have anything to say, so they have to look hot.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll shut this down. Guys, we'll be live tomorrow at 5 as usual. And yeah, guys, thanks, guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
bye, guys.
Have a good night.